Hey there. My ring light wasn't even on. How's it going, guys? How is every single one of you out there? Because I am excited to talk to every single one of you this morning, including Professor Meatball. Hey, Meatball. Who's that? Who's your friend over there? Is this Porg? I do love me a Porg. If you guys haven't had a chance to get acquainted with me and Meatball quite yet, welcome to the show. My name is Andrew. This is Professor Meatball. He is a PhD doctorate from the University of Cornell, and we are data scientists here in Silicon Valley. And I have just the most important news at Market Open about crypto, about the stocks that are seemingly green across the board, and how yesterday, you guys might have noticed that yesterday Bitcoin was down almost to $45,000. So we have a lot to talk about there. We also have to talk about GME and AMC. Now AMC was the king of kings yesterday. It was up 15% on the day after being up 15% on the day twice in a row, and today it has just a couple of red candles on its way from pre-market and after hours yesterday. It is down 4% on the day, whereas GME has essentially taken that and risen 4%. It is actually rising as we speak from $45 breakout to 46. This is exciting. This is the time to be alive. We also have a good amount of news to cover, so don't go anywhere. Please watch until the end. Smash that like button because, as you know, every 50 likes gets a treat for Meatball. And now I am going to go and say hello, good morning to each and every one of you. Let's go to the live chat. Boom, 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 boom. On my left side, we got Meat to the Ball. effing ball, where he at? Same to you, Jake. Stonks. James Trot says, I have money in WeBull. I just transferred yesterday. It says I have it available as buying power, but it won't let me buy options on anything. Any advice? I think you have to toggle or be eligible, and reading into a little bit more about WeBull will probably help. But the technical analysis app that I am using is WeBull, and if you wanted to get that, including 2 free stocks, I've pinned that in the description of the live chat. I'm not a data scientist, says Tyler Durden. However, my bet would be yes. The market corrects and leaps back to these levels in approximately 6 weeks. And Alejandro says, stonks. Mike Chung says, morning, Andrew, and morning, all. How's it going, man? Tyler Durden said, I'm kind of jacked for X Sigma launch today. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about today. Let's see. Trevor Tyson says, my butt is glued to the seat right now, except for partial ungluing when coffee is needed. Very true. We gotta rely on that coffee. It is pretty early in the morning, so I try to get my coffee in about like an hour or so. Donald Young says, yo, I'm ready to join the 7-figure club. Who's with me? Let's get all of your comments in the live chat so I can say good morning to you. Taha says, good morning, fam. Harry Lewington, good morning. Beeslick, good morning. Hyrada, can't wait for Meatball. Meatball, did you hear that? You got fans. Nice. Gio Franco says, good morning. Fireside Chat says, hey, what's going on? Good morning. Rachel Gates Smith, good morning. Terabad Gamer, hey man, did you see that Conan O'Brien tweeted that he is in the GME? Yes, I did. One of you sent that to me on Insta, and I do want to give you guys shout outs at the beginning of the show because the community is all that matters. It's everything that matters. Let me see. Which one of you sent me this link? Maybe it was an email, actually. But one of you sent me this link about Conan O'Brien. It said he tweeted at 1:23 yesterday that, hey guys, I finally caved and bought stock in GameStop. Wish me luck. This from his official Twitter. So it seems legit. Even comedians, or if you can consider late night TV show hosts comedians, are getting into the stonk. And how can you blame them? We like the stonk here. We got Deborah Parsons. Morning, missed the dip in Apple yesterday. Hate my app. You got to get a better app. What size is Meatball's current treat bowl? Let's see. It's about it's yay big. How big is that, Meatball? It's about that big. Team SR says, good morning from Germany. Guten Tag. How's it going? Guten Nacht, probably. Be back 24/7. Love your YouTube. Thanks. Good morning. Thank you for that. Let's see. Big B says, good morning, Andrew. Hope all is good with you and Meatball. Oh, yeah, everything is great. Stone Monkey, good morning, Meatballers. Meatball and Andrew. Let's see. Jonathan Park is looking for BTC predictions. Yeah, if you have not yet started moving your precious livelihood, your precious income, your precious liquidity into everything beautiful, everything BTC, it is time. Because yesterday you could have caught the dip. I'm pretty sure that you need to be able to be prepared for either the next dip or just start to steadily minimize. We want to minimize regret here. So you want to minimize regret, maximizing profits sometimes seems like it's the better choice, but we want to minimize regret. So you want to see if you can catch Bitcoin incrementally. And if you can't catch it when it goes all the way down, at the very least be prepared by getting that BlockFi link in the description down below. Let's see. Pew Pew, Conan O'Brien trying to ride a trend. Sad. Guten Nachmittag. I really tried to do some Duolingo in German, and I could not seem to get a hold of it. I am still doing French, though, so I feel good about it. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. Tesla's up 1%, still hovering around that 700 range. GME, really interesting that it decided to try to peak early on in the beginning of the market. It seems like there's always a couple of apes that are trying to cause the squeeze every so often. That was met with the exact same type of sell-off here. It got rejected at $47. Same exact red candles that parallel back down to the opening price. So now GME could have been the champion today, but it seems like it is petering out at 0% on the day. Of course, market just opened, so we got a whole day ahead of us. We got some questions. MD Patel Z0 says, good morning from Lincoln Park, Chi-Town. What's up? Chi-Town, Chi-City. Thoughts on Workhorse? Yeah, let's go talk about Workhorse. Scotland says, hi, where are all you guys from? Yeah, let's talk about that. Aaron Go Brach, I think. Did you guys see that 350 pound sale in GME? Rachel says, open BlockFi account yesterday, super simple. Thanks for the tutorial the other day. Provided trust in the platform more than anything else. Yeah, I gotta get that tutorial out there. Maybe I'll just cut it up and do it again. Rin says, hey man, what happened so far? We're just getting acquainted. We're just waiting for more people to show up, getting acquainted, learning a little bit about stonks every day, of course. All right, mate, says Distant. Of course, man, I'm doing good. Rin says, can you explain the random AMC $16 in the aftermarket? You mean one trade, or did it actually try to rise up to $16? I am looking at WeBull. I am not seeing any $16 price rises. So if you can send me a link on either Insta or Discord, and then I will try to bring that into the stream. We got Tampa Bay, we got Spain, we got Montreal, Canada, Australia. Wow, this is Hamilton, Ontario, Chicago Burbs, the Netherlands, Canada, Houston, New York City, Thunder Bay, Toronto, Bremen, Germany, Denmark. Andrew, you saw Shamath tweet? Yeah, I saw that tweet a couple days ago. Let us take a look. We got important news to cover. Whoa. So we got some Roblox. We got some actual Palantir. After I released that Palantir video, some people were still asking, what does Palantir even do? We got that Chamath tweet. Let's look at that Chamath tweet, actually. Okay, so there's some interesting words that as long as I don't say them, I think I should be fine in terms of monetization. We got Papa Chamath. Palihapitiya might be our savior, and here's why. So as we saw, Chamath tweeted this out yesterday. I'm really about to F some S up, just FYI. Many people quickly brush this off as he could be talking about a many number of things. However, there is sufficient evidence pointing to the fact that he is indeed talking about GME. On the 28th of January, he tweeted this very long thread. discussing short squeezes and how it's effed up. A children's book explanation of what's happening. Oh, hey, back to the simple explanations. If you guys are not caught up directly with the mechanics of exactly what's going on, some of you might be from the Bruce Wayne game, welcome. Some of you might be from other avenues of life who are just looking to understand this from a simple point of view. Let us have this Twitter man explain exactly what is going on in the simplest way possible, because he only has so many characters. Well, number one. A children's book explanation of what's going on. If you are smart money, you are allowed to take your $1 and leverage it up to $15. If you can now buy $15 of stock, and if you promise to short companies, you can short $15 of stock as well. 3, in finance language, this means that you are $30 gross, $15 of longs, and $15 of shorts, but $0 net. This makes everyone feel good because it feels like you're taking zero risk, but in reality, your $1 is exposed to $30 of risk. In fact, even if shorts have infinite downside, so you can imagine that this is even more than $30 worth of risk. Number 4, now you go around and tell your friends about how your longs and your shorts, and when you do it at restaurant versus on Reddit, it's called an ideas dinner. Number 5, you also publish your longs on a quarterly lag via an SEC rule. You don't have to tell anyone about your shorts. Number 6, now the less cool people who weren't invited to the dinner's idea start copying your longs based on your report. Number 7, you realize that publicizing your shorts is also a good idea, so instead of only selling stocks, you also buy options, puts, which have to be reported. Number 8, now everyone can see both your longs and your shorts, and if you have a hot hand, you can likely predict that the cool people from the dinner, as well as the less cool people monitoring your filings, will copy you. Number 9, but then an outsider notices that your math is way off. Number 10, apparently some of these shorts that you own represent more than 100% of the entire stock of the company, huh? GameStop, wink wink. 11, so he grabs his chicken fingers and champagne and buys and starts a massive short squeeze. Number 12, others see what's happening and they jump in. That's the retail investors, or perhaps some of you out there, apes, that have just joined the nation. Number 13, now a massive short squeeze starts. You don't have your shorts ASAP, but the banks also notice that you don't have enough credit to cover the $30 they lent you and ask for more collateral. You now have to sell your long positions. It looks like this. Boop, boop, boop. Number 14, what happens next is that a cascade of short covering and long selling starts driving some stocks to the moon and others way down. Which stocks went up? Basically the ones that were the most heavily shorted by you and your buddies in the first place. So the guy with the champagne and the chicken tendies won? Well, while I edit the name of this video, you guys tell me, what do you guys think? Have the apes won yet, or the hedge funds? Market open. Is the crash over? Okay, so let's look at it. It's not clear. You and your buddies are strong, rich, and have a lot of influence, so you have to do whatever you can to keep the rules in your favor. Maybe the SEC will ask for an open inquiry. Maybe Congress will hold hearings. Let's see. Now go to bed. Now, if you have been following this story this whole time, it has, every single thing has basically been following this exact same pattern. So now, 2 days ago, he posted this tweet. How to restore faith in government. Do not watch a congressional hearing. It will only make you despondent and realize politicians are just bad community theater actors, not our saviors, which definitely has truth in itself. We also know that he is on our side of the table, as he has been very vocal and adamant on news stations defending us. I highly suggest you go to YouTube and watch these. AutoMod won't let me link them. He also replied to someone on Twitter with this. When Shamath says he's about to F some S up, that what I hear is he's going to help thousands of people get a little closer to realizing their dreams, and he said, you are right. Today, there was a whale who bought 300,000 shares, 13 million worth. That could very well be him. If it is him, I bet he is scratching his head wondering why Buy didn't push the price up. Soon we will see what Papa Polly has in store for us. All right, so that's the Papa Polly GME update. We still have a lot of stuff to cover, including a lot of you guys still telling us where you're from, which is really cool. Last time we got Germany, but now we have New Zealand, Vancouver, the UK. JL says, anybody else getting a DFV tattoo if GME goes to the moon? I am strongly considering it. That would be the coolest tattoo. It was on the End of the Day book, so it was on CNBC, I think, Vermont. Villingen, Schwenningen, Germany, apologies. Romania, awesome. We got New Jersey, Falkirk, Scotland, Austria. I loved Austria when I was there. I went to several cities. Salzburg, the other ones, I have a bad memory. Newcastle, Pennsylvania, Scotland. We have LA, but from Rogers Park, Chicago. Awesome. Hey, I am also a California, currently living in California, Chicago expat. 3 Scots here. What's the chance? Pretty good chance if you guys are part of the Meatballers Army. UK in the house, Michigan here. Let's see. We're looking at NASDAQ GME pre-market, says Eduardo. Something interesting happened. GME at 350 for just a few seconds. So this could be a facet of whatever stockbroker you're looking at. Does it reflect that on Google? Doesn't reflect it on Google. So I'm going to say this is probably reflecting on your stock specific, your broker specifically. Erhan says, boys and girls, Andy is one of the good one here. Please smash the like. Thank you, Erhan. I do appreciate that. And now since we passed the 50 like mark, let's give Meatball some treats. Here you go. Treat for the ball. Treat for the treat gods. We got Swedish time in hands here. Basically, the hedge funds are robbing Peter to pay Paul. That's an English saying. Hey, I do remember that. That's pretty good. Options on a secured position, however, are a lot like insurance. $47 seemed to be the ceiling on GME at the moment. Yes, that was the point. $47.50 to be exact was where we were rejected earlier today, just a couple minutes ago. But it seems like we are still on the way up, so keep your eye on that chart. Harry Livingston says it's far from over. And Distant says you can't lose what you don't sell. That's right. Jen says, I'm sure you've answered this question a million times, but I'm just a crayon-eating ape. Do you think that a potential AMC gamma squeeze might work as a catalyst for GME? If AMC squeezes, there are two forces at play if AMC squeezes in the next few days. One, you probably are concerned that I'm talking about AMC instead of GME because you think that AMC... I like how I'm out of focus and Meatball's in focus now. Let's keep it this way. You probably are imagining that AMC is a distraction for GME, and if AMC squeezes, then everyone is going to lose their tendies over the situation and take their money out of GME and put into AMC. Not true. We've already seen that there are actual network effects and forces that push both of these meme stocks together because they have been riding hand in hand in terms of the hype train for a very long time. So a gamma squeeze on AMC's part, mainly due to the fact that AMC was the only good stock yesterday performing well. It also is due to the fact that the C-suite seems to constantly be changing and adding new people, as well as the fact that in 2 weeks, movie theaters will be opening in 25% capacity in New York. All of these combined could easily lead to an AMC squeeze. Now, if that does happen, you can almost guarantee that GME will go right back up with it because GME and AMC are not competitors. Like, for example, you can imagine an inverse relationship in the theories with Tesla, right? A lot of the hedge funds were taking their money out of Tesla because they have always known Tesla to be an overvalued stock. Of course, it's been reflected in the whatever happened yesterday, either a correction or people trying to sell off to cover shorts, as people have theorized. Whatever happened yesterday, Tesla was one of the worst hit. And that is due to that was the case when GME was going up. Tesla seemed to be going down. That inverse relationship is because hedge funds would be selling their Tesla in order to be prepared to cover shorts on GME. So this was the inverse relationship, right? GME and AMC are too similar for hedge funds to try and do anything like that. Also, they don't have enough long positions on either of these stocks. Otherwise, they wouldn't be so shorted and overshorted. So that is the general concept, right? You have to think about how these big institutions will affect the price when one of these prices go up. Didn't hear no bell. Harry Lewington says, I have a drum and bass mix on in the background, and it works so well with Andrew's stream. That's awesome. That sounds really good. Good morning, Chicago, Illinois here. What's going on? What neighborhood? Arizona, but originally from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Santa Ana, California. We got LA living in Munich. Whoa, that's fun. I loved Munich when I was there. Derbyshire. What's going on? Hong Kong, Portugal, Boise, Idaho, Constance, Germany. We got a lot of German bag holders. We got a lot of German diamond apes in the audience here. Another Scotland, Thomas Wilsden. Scooter McDuder says, I just want to live my dream of being super rich without having to do any work for it. Why is that so wrong? Oh, man. Chris Lee Lansford. Morning, everyone. Mo, what's going on? Let's see. Rachel Gates said, I disagree with speculation about Chamath tweet relating GME. He's about helping people in impoverished nations. I think he's talking about energy sector mergers to bring renewables to India. Oh, interesting. Okay. That's really good insights. I'm hearing my own stream, and I need to stop saying So I'm working on that. You guys catch me. Apes can totally win if they have to outlast the hedgies. Norway here, Henning Stockland. That makes sense. I have yet to been to Norway. The closest I've gotten was Iceland, which is not very close at all. Abelardo Valverde. Hi and good morning, Andrew. Would you be able to give us an analytical thesis on AMC? And also, good morning, Dr. Meatball. You see that? You get the respect. You got respect on my dogs. Thank you for that. Let us look at the AMC portfolio right now. We are seeing that I have technical lines of support and resistance over here in the teal, these horizontal lines. We also have in the other teal the relative strength index right below it. So just if you're wondering how to read this graph. We have the closing price of AMC last night, which was well above the last level of support here that it bounced off of right before closing. That was around $7.40. Unfortunately, this morning it did burst through that level of support down to, I would say, this level of support that I marked out last time, which is right above $7. It got dipped a little bit lower actually to $6.99. It is back on its feet after a solid dip, and now it is up all the way to $7.47. I would say that I've done a lot of theses videos about AMC, keeping you guys up with the most important news. But remember, the three most important facts right now is, one, it was the only solid play yesterday during a big pullback. Two, it was solid for 2 days in a row, 15% up, both days where the relative strength index didn't peak above 70 consistently. That is a great sign of it not being overbought. And then three, we are now giving it more publicity, which means that it is living its best life with us. The perception of the market is everything, like I've been saying. And right now, if AMC isn't king today, we can almost guarantee that GME is going to take an extra large swing at the hedgies. Thank you for Joe and Michelle Euler, I'm going to say, from joining the membership. If you guys are considering joining or definitely hitting that subscribe button, it's right down below for you. Hey, Andrew Mo, what are your estimations on how high GME and AMC would go and why? I've done a couple of these forecasts. I would say that if historical stocks mean anything to you, the prices of resistance and support, it's that they've already blazed the trail for what people mentally, the roadblocks of what people mentally imagine a price of an asset or a stock going. For example, right now, Bitcoin has a mental barrier of being able to pass 60,000, right? It has no problem passing 50,000 again, even though it seems to be a mental barrier now, even though it has already passed it. One of the things that you can consider is that GME has a risk-reward ratio of being able to surpass whatever level it was at before. However, I try not to do forecasts because none of this content is financial advice. We got 99 likes, which means one more, and Meatball gets another treat. Oh, boy. Overland Park, Kansas. Tesla sitting up at 867. You scared me. I almost thought that was right. Gio Franco says, any Germans holding sundial? We just got 100 likes, which means Meatball, ready for another treat? We'll put it in 4K. Nom, 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 nom. Tasty. All right, so SNSS is killing it for me. I'm making mad money. All right, let's look at that in a sec. Adrienne Paul, good morning. I don't know if you've heard, but GME CEO is stepping down so they can transform the company. Yeah, let's look at that. GameStop CFO ousted in shakeup. Probably mean CFO. I'm gonna assume you mean CFO. Okay, this is quite interesting. So we got a Business Insider article about GME. Derbyshire's pronounced Derbyshire. We got some foreign language out here. Let's see. Morning, brother, says Ken Fabio. Yo, I was the 99th like. Hey, that must feel good, man. Hi from Canada, says Samuel Boucher. I just subbed to Broski. What's up, Ty? Thank you for joining the Diamond 8 Army. Yes. Let's see. So I am going to read an article about the CFO of GameStop resigning. I'm actually going to try to do a whole GameStop video right now, so give me a hot second. Barons. Here's one way the GameStop speculation could end. Hong Kong has just raised its transaction tax on equity trades. Yeah, transaction tax is one way the GameStop saga could end. Let's see. 7 smarter ways to play the boom in video games and esports than buying GME. I would just get destroyed if I read that article. CNBC, Reuters. These short sellers are making a killing in defiance of GameStop's retail army. Ooh. GameStop's CFO, short-lived CFO, is stepping down. Yeah, that's big. GameStop core falls. CFO is out. Yeah, this is pretty old news. This is from yesterday. Maybe I'm not ready to do a GameStop video. Let's just read this article. Okie dokie. All right, so GameStop CFO Jim Bell resigning as company attempts transformation. GameStop just lost a key member of its executive team. Chief Financial Officer Jim Bell is resigning. The move is intended to help accelerate GameStop's transformation, the company said. Bell's resignation is the first major exec shakeup at GameStop in 2 years. Oh my God. Just under 2 years since he joined GameStop as Chief Financial Officer, Jim Bell is resigning as of this week. GameStop said that it is looking for a new executive to take Bell's place. The candidate should have the capabilities and qualifications to help accelerate GameStop's transformation. The vice president and a chief accounting officer, Diana Jajay, will serve as interim CFO while the company searches for a permanent replacement. Bell was part of a new executive team chosen to lead GameStop out of a dire financial straits in 2019 alongside CEO George Sherman. Bell oversaw GameStop's financials during an especially bizarre period of the company's long history. From historically low stock values in much of 2019 to 2020 to the explosive bubble, that's us, of early 2021 and throughout the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. GameStop's executive team has come under increased scrutiny as activist investor Ryan Cohen bought a major stake in the company in 2020. Cohen now occupies a space on the company's board. In November 2020, Cohen published an open letter to GameStop shareholders that criticized Sherman Bell and the rest of GameStop's executive leadership team. Through our private conversations, we have explained to Mr. Sherman and the board that GameStop has the ability to pivot toward becoming a technology-driven business that excels in the gaming and digital experiences world. But this pivot requires the type of strategic vision that has yet taken hold in the C-suite or boardroom. It appears that the transformation that GameStop is referring to in the press release announcing Bell's resignation is a request for clarification to GameStop when unanswered as of publishing. So what kind of news does this forebode for GameStop? Well, it certainly is shaking up. If you think shaking up the what people should expect is fun and exciting, it certainly is. But it might be the reason why GameStop seems to be more volatile than normal. Although people are seemingly taking this news pretty well. This news is from like 13 hours ago. That means that it was after market closed, even after after hours, which means that people didn't have a time to really manipulate or change the price, and yet it's still on its way up. Right now it's at 46 duckaroos. All right, so I'm gonna read a little bit about the where you guys are from. We got the Germans are here. Professor Meatball says, Ho-Jae Lee, give us a quick rundown on Tesla. I'm stuck up at 867. I'm pretty close with you. I did do a video about all EVs, including Tesla, earlier yesterday. But I am happy to talk about it again today. Hit that like button, guys. This is Fun Zone. We got Fireside ASMR, originally from Oklahoma, most recently have lived in Montana and Rogers Park in Chicago. We got a lot of people from Rogers Park. Chicago represent, Chi-Town, let's go. Hey Andrew, just before the first AMC squeeze, I did exact same run-up as it's doing now. If you look at January 22 and 25th to compare to February 22 and 25th, it's the exact same? Interessante. All right, so let's see. So the 22nd to the 25th for AMC. Interesting. So let's look at the 22nd. Well, that's the 23rd. Let's go a little bit more. So we got the 22nd. It has this tumultuous up volatility right now, but it does seem to be bullishly moving upward. We have the RSI in the high 50s, reaches up into the 70s, drops below, reaches up, down almost under 30, and then it comes back up. Right now, this is the shape that we're looking for back in January. Okay, so this is AMC as it stands from today, from 3 days ago to today. And now let's look all the way back in January. I do look at it 3 months. So this is 3 months. And then January. So annoying. That's the one thing about WeBull, is that you can't really tell exactly what range you want to see. Back we go. EMC seems to have been suspended for a second. Okay, almost back in January. Big tendies up here if you sold. Oh. Oh, you gotta be squidding me. Okay, so so WeBull isn't the best for seeing historical data, but if some of you know how to change this range, I would love to go back and check it. Do you think today's FINRA short report will have an effect on the price? It certainly might. We are considering. I'm going to be live streaming when the FINRA report comes out, so we're going to try our best to fully explain what you are seeing when that short report comes out. Last time that short report came out, I was just like a week or two in reporting the GME and financial investment data, and that got a big viewership, so I would be expecting to see you guys there. Timsta says, maybe they start accepting GME shares as payment for all food delivery stores. Well, no one would order because that would mean to sell. So stay hungry, I guess. Okay, good thought. Palantir, please look for me. I did a whole video on Palantir. My clips are not as popular as my streams, even though people asked for these exact stocks, and I do my thoughts about them. It's launch, boys. Scooter McDuder says, I think CFO stepping down is good news. Let's get another Amazon person in that position. To be fair, Cohen was knocking every single person on that board in that letter to the shareholders. So maybe the best way forward is that everybody on the C-suite gets replaced with Amazonians instead. And then GameStop actually can have a solidified place. We got another Canadian. We got Mexico. What's going on? What part of Mexico? Montreal, Canada. Can we look at that Chamath tweet? We already did, unless they had a new Chamath tweet. Let me look at Chamath's Twitter. Guess I have to follow him now because he's so interesting. Chamath, 24 minutes ago. Oh, he did. Proud to bring Berkshire Grey public with something about something else. This is an amazing company. This is not about GME. Oh, he says, was losing $1 billion at one point today, but I got diamond hands and shooters shoot, so it's leading to PIPEs in deals being announced tomorrow. Is that the tweet? That he was down $1 billion? Sure sounds like a tweet. Let's say that's his tweet. It says right next to interval, I can choose the range. Yes, but if I choose range, all it does is just give me 5-year and then max. So let's just do 1 month exactly. And then we scroll on by. And we are trying to look right now at the 22nd to the 25th. The 22nd to the 25th isn't the same as the 22nd to the 25th now, because the 22nd was a Friday. So there was no trading activity on the 23rd, 24th, or 25th. And now if I switch to interval 1, it brings me back to February. So now you see my conundrum. Brendan Burns says, who on earth sold and or bought GME for $350 in the pre-market? I did. What was that about? People have been talking about that. Maybe we do have to look at that. Pup in the background got them droopy eyes, about to pass out. Boy, you're not passing out. You're relaxing. He's relaxing. We got, I want big banana, says Jamie Lowe. I want to win money on stocks by gambling. It is important for us to note right now that if you do put your money in this stock market, it is a pretty risky investment as of right now. So be careful. Never invest more than you're willing to lose. If it goes to 100, that means market cap would need to be over 25 billion. We got, Toluca, Mexico in here. Toluca, Mexico in the house. We're still sharing about where we are from. If you guys want to rep where the creed and the tribes that you represent, go ahead and tell us. We have some DD to cover today, so I do want to be able to read a couple of stocks that seem like they are on the move. Got some questions for AMC. I like the stock. Pure squeeze-free value analysis of GME. Okay, maybe this is the time that I can actually do some. Last time I did this GME value analysis too, actually. Keep buying AMC. FINRA reports tomorrow. This will help us confirm that if there's an opportunity for a short squeeze. Q4 earnings 3.5 release that could give us huge spikes in buys. COVID-19 vaccines. Large number of people are getting the vaccine. Yeah, this is these are some reasons to continue buying AMC because AMC is hyped and they don't see any signs of it stopping anytime soon. So these are the three main things to continue looking out for. FINRA report in tomorrow will help us confirm if there's an opportunity for a short squeeze. Q4 earnings, which is going to be on the 5th of March. And then COVID-19 vaccines, large number of people are getting the vaccine, will also cause a surge in hope of the light at the end of the tunnel. Yesterday, we saw that what happened in NYC announced reopening all of their theaters to 25%. Imagine, that's just one state saying that they're going to reopen. Imagine what would happen if every state starts talking about that. We see our boys, our meme boys, in pretty green pastures as of right now. Both of them are hovering around that that dance of life or death. Let's see if we have some big winners from yesterday. Let's check out CCIV actually, because I am curious. CCIV down another 7% after being down a whole 40% yesterday. Seems like that discount just is not going to stop going. Tesla and CCIV and NEO seem to be struggling to shake the force of the market yesterday in the pullback. It could very well mean that this is the start of a trend of just how much these EV stocks are actually worth. Oh, Cathie Wood doubled down. This is interesting news. So let's see. Cathie Wood is a big name investor. She cares a lot about Tesla. Ooh, air taxi. Cathie Wood funds under pressure amid record outflow. Rate spike. Whoops. It's really dangerous right now. With the rates about to spike. Cathie Wood's main exchange traded funds. Okay, blah 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 blah. Okay, this is a short. So let's get this in the works. Cathie Wood funds under pressure amid record outflow. Rate spike. Cathie Wood's main exchange traded funds came under further pressure on Wednesday, edging lower as data revealed investors pulled a record amount of cash from the firm during this week's tech sell-off and as bond yields surged anew. Flagship ARK Innovation ETF opened lower on course to add to its worst two-day drop since September. Investors withdrew almost $500 million from the product on Monday, according to data compiled by Bloomberg. They also took $200 million from the ARK Genomic Revolution ETF and $119 million from the ARK Next Generation Internet ETF. These outflows came as some of ARK Investment Management's most high-profile bets like Tesla Inc. and Bitcoin floundered earlier in the week. The electric car maker struggled to hold a small early gain on Wednesday, while the largest cryptocurrency failed to hold above 50,000. Wood's ETFs have been battered alongside U.S. tech shares as rising bond yields and the prospect of returning inflation rattled investors and spurred caution to about the priciest looking corners of the stock market. Tesla, ARK's largest bet, was ensnared in the turmoil, wiping out its year-to-date gains. Yields jumped again on Wednesday, piling on more pressure. Wood told Bloomberg Radio on Tuesday she welcomed the correction and that she was using it to buy more shares of the electric car maker. While the outflows are a fraction of ARK's assets under management, its ETFs held more than $60 billion as of last week. The exits are unprecedented in the short history of the firm, which Wood founded in 2014. The outflow from ARK was more than triple its previous record. ARK's decline and withdrawals have cut assets by about $3 billion from the end of last week to $25.2 billion, the data show. After its stellar run of inflows and triple-digit returns in 2020, bearish bets have been mounting in the ETF. Short interest has risen to more than 3% of available shares in the fund, according to data in the IHS Market Limited, the highest on record. So if we thought that a lot of people have been calling it Noah's Ark, right? And ARK ETF was too big to fail. Everybody was on the ARK. Seems like it's not doing too hot, but she is still bullish. Whoa. All right, let's read some of these comments. You guys are going on cray. We have Tyler Durden says AMC is a $10 to $13 stock, but the price is psychological, so it can be worth anything on a given moment. That, in my opinion, is symbolic of what's beautiful about the market. It's all about perception, which is where the beauty and the scariness all rely. Dan Richardson says, click the range, then zoom in on section using scroll wheel. Yes, but then it's still at the The range might be right, but the interval is still going to be cray. Can link a picture of the $350 jump. Yeah, go ahead and drop that into Insta, and I'll look at that there. Market cap is share price x number of shares. Just secured $25 to $20 AMC calls. Let's take this to the moon, boys and girls. Oh, too small of a town, so rather not say. Of course, that would be dangerous to out yourself if you're the only one living in town. London, UK, Idaho Falls, greeting from Idaho. We got 2 Idahos back to back. Kentucky in the spot. San Diego, California, and from Diamond Hands Tribe. La 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 la. Thank you, Adrian. Let's see. We got some speaking language. Here's the link to the pre-market 350 purchase. And then links don't work on the live chat, so you're gonna have to send it with Insta. Andrew, are you self-employed or working from home? How do we make passive income? There are 9 ways to make passive income. If you wanted to check out that 9-way video, I have it on the channel. Let me show you the video of the 9 ways I created passive income in 2020, which was just last year. Moon time? So this video is called, it's probably the video that plays as soon as you head to my channel. But it is 9 passive income. Here we go. Copy link address. And who asked that? One of no other? One of no other. Check out this video when you are done watching this live stream. I'm not self-employed. I'm a data scientist. Jamie Lowe says, can you please discuss what the market cap for AMC actually needs to reach to be $50? This is a question that I want to, I feel like that one of the most important parts about, actually, we just got Tip Rank's video about AMC, a ray of light or a false dawn. Okay, that's actually really important because I've been covering this this topic for a while. I've done a couple of AMC DDs already, but I think people are probably curious about the next steps of AMC and where it's going. AMC Lady Pink, what's going on? She's in the house. AMC is doing great, thinking about removing my $20 sell limit and letting the puppy ride. Harry Lewington says it's possible that short squeeze at the same time. 100% possible. Once again, it's all about perception. Once short squeezes, you can imagine that people who missed that train are probably going to try to catch the next train. It's kind of like trains. Shorts are like trains. If you miss your train, you're probably going to catch another train. What I'm trying to say is last night I dreamt about trains. And now this is what we're talking about here. Mike Alm says, watching from Alberta, Canada. Love your videos, man. They keep my hands diamond. I hope that this video that's clearly not financial advice doesn't change your opinion on what you should do. You should always be financially responsible and do your own research. Hey, Andrew, what's with that guitar axe in the back? Looks cool. That is a cool little Gene Simmons battle axe guitar replica that I got for free on Craigslist. So if you guys, I also have a video about how everything in this apartment, besides the TV in the back, is entirely free. Because the things that people will give away in the Bay Area is crazy, even though the rent is over $3,000, almost $4,000 sometimes. So if you were curious about that, I've tried to do a couple videos about how I just loved finding come-ups on Craigslist. All right, time to go. AMC, ray of light or a false dawn. Let's do a quick skit. Dow Jones. Step 1 of Hollywood's comeback. Ooh, interesting. Oh, interessante. Okay. Okay, so someone said that this chart right now is the same chart as the 22nd to the 28th. 25th. So, oh shoot, it's almost over. It's almost at $8. Wow, while we were flapping our gums, it just got up. This is the highest it's been for a long time. All right, let's get going. Meatball, did you hear the news? Did you hear the news? AMC is almost at $8. We are watching it live, and if you haven't had a pleasure of meeting Andrew or Meatball or the Meatballers Army quite yet, we are telling you live exactly what is going on with AMC, our technical analyses, our price predictions, as well as some important news about exactly why AMC and New York's new announcement about theaters reopening might just be the first step of Hollywood's comeback, as well as understanding whether or not AMC is a ray of light or a false dawn. Now, the last times that I did a technical analysis here, I drew these levels of technical support and resistance. These are just previous prices that AMC either bounced off from because that is support, that is a price that people thought would be undervalued and decided to buy, or a price that it was rejected by, as in a price that people thought it would be overvalued to buy that and decided to sell. Now, a couple of different parts about this specific chart that you see. The purple line is the 200-day exponential moving average, gives us a macro view of exactly what bullish and bearish momentum AMC currently has, and with the blue line is a little bit of a micro view, the 15-day moving average instead. What we also have here on the bottom part is one of my favorite, probably my favorite indicator, is the relative strength index. Now, as we are talking, it is wavering at that $8 mark, and we just passed it. So this is exactly what I've been predicting for the last 3 days, that the next level of technical resistance and support is $8.08. Now, why is this so important? It's because previous levels of resistance might turn into future levels of support and vice versa. And as we can predict the market as such, these are the milestones to beat. Now, a lot of people have been considering that AMC looks a lot like its performance back in January of 2021. Just a month ago, it was performing up and down in terms of volatility, pretty high, but it is very similar in terms of right before the squeezing. So is this the squeezing? Have we started looking at the squeezing, and what will happen to AMC as we pierce through this next level of support and resistance? Let us cover some news. And I want to make sure that I'm keeping the price of the stonk on the bottom, but I want to also make sure that you understand that this is not financial advice. This is just one YouTuber's opinion, and hopefully that you guys take everything with a grain of salt and understand that it's important for you guys to do your own research. So I am trying to put the price of AMC here. Almost done. And there it is. So we've just surpassed that $8 mark right on this live stream. If you guys are curious about when I do live streams, how you guys can talk to me directly, these are all interesting questions that I can try and answer in the comments down below, because I do respond to every single comment. So for most people across the globe, the movie-going experience appears to be a dim memory from a different era. However, New York cinema lovers will once again be soon sitting, can reopen in the first week of March. And as the biggest movie theater operator in New York City, this is great news for AMC. The beleaguered theater chain has 13 locations in NYC, which it plans to open on March 5th in accordance with the required cleaning protocols and 25% capacity limitations. Now, AMC has very, very interesting and strict cleaning protocols, which I did cover in a previous AMC video, which I'll link down below. The reopening is set to provide a ray of light for the struggling company, says the Wedbush analyst Michael Pachter. We think that there is significant pent-up desire to go out to the movies, and this could potentially add meaningful to AMC's March Q1 and Q2 results, given that AMC's NYC theaters are some of its highest performing theaters in its domestic circuit, said the 5-star analyst. Should this entice other densely populated areas to reopen, this could in turn entice studios to maintain Q2 to Q3 release slate plans. On the other hand, says Pachter, the desire to head out to the movies might be overcome by caution, while cinema goers wait until they are vaccinated and the transmission rates decline. With this in mind, Pachter says he does not expect attendance levels to begin to normalize until July at the earliest, which is not that far away if you are holding on to your attendees. For the upcoming quarters, Pachter thinks that expectations for Q2 might currently be overly optimistic, as he anticipates some slated releases will ultimately get pushed back to 2H21. While uncertainty remains concerning Q3, looking further ahead, Pachter is more optimistic. We think that the domestic box office will return to full swing in Q4 21, with the potential upside to our current estimates given massive pent-up demand for seeing movies with friends or dates out of the home once it is safe to do so. Based on all of the above, Pachter says AMC is rated a neutral hold, but the analyst might as well have said sell, because he thinks the stock currently at $7 could drop to $2.50 within a year. Well, that analyst doesn't clearly understand the power of the ape army. Of course, neither Pachter or my opinions are supposed to be financial advice. The view from the rest of the street is hardly any rosier. Based on 2 holds and 1 sell, AMC has a moderate sell consensus rating. That's a 58% downside. Should be $325 average price target met over the next year. So moderate sell is one of the possible, I don't know, is it a rating or is it advice? But it's one of the things that they want to brand it on. You can also see the kind of ratings on WeBull, which is the technical app that I was using. Go ahead and drop a click on the link down in the description for that WeBull app to get also the same type of rating consensus. However, this is not quite it, because we have to understand that AMC is planning on making a comeback with Hollywood. And Hollywood is a large institution with plenty of people that have big dreams and big ideas as well. After nearly a year of collecting dust, New York City's movie theaters can finally reopen. Theaters in the city, the second biggest film market in the U.S. behind only Los Angeles, will reopen at March 5th at 25% capacity. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo announced yesterday masks and social distancing will be mandatory. Theaters which shut down in New York City in mid-March last year are among the last indoor business to be allowed to reopen, as state officials are reportedly concerned about airflow. Now, remember, the beginning of the first disease transmission was in a Chinese restaurant with the AC blowing in a specific direction. So that is something to be concerned about. All theaters that reopen will be required to meet enhanced ventilation standards, according to a press release from Cuomo's office. The state allowed theaters in some countries some counties to reopen with those same restrictions in October, but so far only about a quarter of the state's 280 theaters have returned to operation. So is this the Hollywood studios' first plan? Together, the states of New York and California account for nearly 20% of U.S. movie ticket sales. New York City reopening its theaters offers a glimmer of hope for an industry that's been devastated by the pandemic, even as film industries in other countries like China flourish. With New York back and up and running, U.S. studios might be inclined to hold tight on their late spring and early summer release dates rather than continue postponing them. Disney's Black Widow and Universal's F9, both expected to be among the highest grossing films of the year, are tentatively scheduled for theatrical release in May. So these are the deadlines to think about, May and July. With shares of AMC Entertainment, the biggest theater chain in the U.S., almost jumped 15% yesterday during the news. In fact, it jumped another 15% the day before. In a statement, AMC CEO Adam Aron said it was an important step towards restoring the health of the movie theater industry. And all 13 of its theaters will be open in the city on March 5th. The company had flirted with bankruptcy in the recent months, but it didn't, which is why all of the crazy short squeeze shenanigans have even happened in the first place. Whether or not theaters can operate profitably at 25% capacity depends on their size and their funding. Most major chains, which have about 200 seats per screen on average, are likely to be able to keep the lights on with such capacity restrictions, but many art house independent cinemas, which have far fewer seats, well, they can't stay open while meeting that same benchmark. And that is unfortunately the case for a lot of the smaller theaters, not the case for our main Tendy winner, AMC. The National Association of Theater Owners, which is also called NATO, applauded the New York news but pushed for loosened restrictions. Well, let's not push too hard on life or death situations with people who just want to watch movies and eat a bucket of popcorn. They look forward to expanding the capacity from 25 to 50% in the very near future so that theaters can operate profitably. Don't forget, one bad outbreak and you're back to 0%, so don't push the envelope too hard. Theaters are currently open in 49 of 50 U.S. states, New Mexico being the lone holdout, and most are operating between 25 and 50% capacity. Oh, New Mexico does not like movies. Most states require moviegoers to keep their mask on their seats whenever they're not eating or drinking, but it's unclear how much of that's being enforced. Can you imagine people just sitting in the back and be like, "Hey, put your mask on"? It's a movie. How are you going to be able to enforce that? No U.S. COVID-19 outbreaks have been traced to movie theaters. In October, Japan was able to ease capacity restrictions on theaters, but the country also had significantly less transmission of the virus than the U.S. does now. Japan has not traced any outbreaks to theaters yet. Either. Hollywood still has a long way to go to recover from its year-long pause, but if ever there were a sign that better days are ahead for studios and theaters alike, it's that New York City is finally going back to the movies. Well, I hope you guys understood a little bit more about the news of AMC and exactly what analysts as well as the industries are hoping to be able to make happen in the next few weeks to the next few months. If you guys like that video, make sure to slam that like button, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and for Meatball's sake, go ahead and consider checking out one of the links down below. Any of them help support the channel with no cost to you, and for now, but not for forever, I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day. Okay, back to the comments. AMC, while I was chit-chatting up, has risen past that next level of support and resistance at $8.08. So it's happening, the squeezing. It really is. It's up a whole 6% on the day. It feels really good. GME is right up there with it at up 5.5%, up to $47. It feels really good to be a bag holder today. Oh boy. We got some questions here. Brendan Burns with a super chat from such a long time ago. Thank you, Brendan. We got to give a Meatball a treat for that. We also have passed on to 200 likes, which means that, I owe you guys 2 treats. One for 150, one for 200. There's 1. And there's 2. Eat slowly. Okay. I like that Val analysis chart. Smash that like button for $8, apes, says Relax with Nature. Oh, boy. Oh, we ain't leaving, says Lady Pink. Don't forget to like and subscribe, says Who Are You 5. Let's see. I think I need to get a moderator. Stocks are boring compared to crypto. That's true. Crypto is very exciting. Let's see. I just changed my AMC sell limit to I will ride. Oh boy, a lot of people are riding now. Crypto has been interesting this week. Apes beating our chest now. Go, go, AMC, GME, AMC, GME. The squeezing. Let's go. Some people are actually asking for tickers. You are free to post some tickers here. Some people are asking for QLGN and EPD. Let's add those to the backlog. If people claim GME fundamentals don't support the price, how come it's still going up? Doesn't that mean people are buying in? Perception is king. If people perceive it to be good, it certainly will be good. Pete says $8.50 to $9 would be awesome for AMC today at close. That would be the coolest thing we can imagine. GME gamma squeeze lead to its short squeeze in January before investment apps stopped it. It's so annoying. I hope the next hearing they really consider the nuclear option for getting Mr. Vlad to answer for some of the things he did. Especially since Citadel had a piece of it too. So the market makers honestly had a big piece of it. Brendan says, can you please explain to an old man the difference between an ape and telepathic rats? No. That's a good question though, but I cannot. They're probably the same. I think telepathic rats are apes. I work in HVAC industry and bullish on HVAC companies. Honeywell is one of my darlings. The difference between an ape and a telepathic rat is the difference between... I can't say either of those words. Boy. Gorilla Gang going to the movies. Kong versus Godzilla. Let's go. Roger says, Andrew Mo, you a hustler, bro. I respect the grind on God. Let's go. We're always getting that bread. We're always working. Look, people still looking for Q, LGN, and EPD. Let's look at that in a second. $8.30. We are riding this wave, guys. Let's go. AMC 420.69. What tracking program is that? This is WeBull. If you wanted to get your own WeBull, go into the description, or go into this pinned comment right here and click it, and you'll even get 2 free stocks too, up to like $3,200. So that's money. Abelardo also asking questions about WeBull. Unfortunately, I don't work for WeBull. I just like using it. So as of right now, I have to say WeBull is pretty good with its customer service. When is the next hearing? When is the next Senate meeting? The next hearing is in early March, and that's been announced already. We got to break 850. What's after that, Andrew? So let me see what I put in this chart. So after 8, it's been a while since we've been over 8. Let's look at the 30-minute chart. Let's look at the hourly chart. Yeah, the next one after 8 is this level of resistance here back on. Oh, hold on, wait. $9.74. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. I feel like here. So back on the 3rd, we AMC met a resistance of $9.60 roughly, $9.70. So that is the next level to beat. And it seems like we are charging our way through $8.45. This is extremely exciting. Oh boy. Moon time it is. AMC moon time? It's moon time today. Oh boy. Rich says, do you write it all, or is everything typed on a computer? If you do, I'll send you a pen with Meatball's bowl. Oh, for sure. Rich is has a really cool woodworking Instagram, and he was my 1,000th follower on Instagram. So you guys can try to help me get to the beautiful 2,000 follower on Instagram milestone, as well as a 20,000 subscriber milestone on YouTube. I really am trying to push and grind and make sure that we are working hard together, guys. 8:45, we seem to have met a psychological barrier. So let's see if we can burst past 8:50. What is my honest opinion on whether GME short squeeze has happened or not? I know mathematically that it hasn't happened. So, like, it's kind of like saying, what is this like? It's kind of like saying you're waiting for the bus, right? And you know the bus is going to come because of all the math and all of the calculations you've done in the past. And then a limousine shows up, and a bunch of your rich friends get on, and then the limousine crashes or falls off a cliff. And then you turn to me and you say, do you think the bus came yet? I don't think the bus came. That wasn't the bus. That was just a flashy limousine to get us to another bus station maybe, but then it didn't work out because the person driving the bus was a greedy stockbroker, a Robinhood, and we didn't end up getting to the destination that we're looking for. Lucas says, why do you have to say it's entertainment only? Because of legal reasons. It's a legality issue. And also because it's just my opinion. That's what it is. It's not financial advice. Dustin says, hey Andrew, yesterday I asked Meatball to move AMC up for my calls. Please thank him for me. Good boy. Let's give Meatball the 10 seconds of scratches that he deserves. Good boy, Meatball. Thank you for moving AMC up. Good boy. Wanna give me a high five? Wanna give me a high five? Wanna give me a high five? Not today? Give me a handshake? Yeah, good boy. me a high five? You gonna give me a handshake? Yeah, good boy. He doesn't like to high five me. Anyway, if you guys are just joining us, welcome. Almost 800 of you on the live stream right now. We're talking about AMC. We just saw it pass a important milestone of $8.08. That was one of the important barriers of resistance and support that we saw. It just burst through. The next barrier of resistance we needed to see is back on February 3rd. It tried to burst through $9.70, got rejected then, and now we are trying to see if we can get it back up there. So if you guys are watching, AMC to the moon, I am very bullish on it, but we are not talking about financial advice here. Impavid, let's look at some of the live chats here. Anyone heard from our Lord and Savior DFV? Where is he right now? He did make a funny tweet a couple of days ago. Let's see. Break 850. Oh, we got a super from Benjamin Shorb. Gave you a follow on Insta. Thank you, Ben. I do appreciate the support, and of course, as always, every super comes with a treat for Meatball. Let's see. Hope they answer some of that question sometimes. Yeah, what question are we talking about? Sorry, I'm so hype. Let's see. On the bottom left of the graph, there is auto. Click it, and then you see the higher prices. Oh. Whoop. Okay. Guess I'll add that. Auto. We're all learning together. I got a $9 call. GME just hit 49. We're going up to 50, guys. GME is up 10%. That is, this is a good day for these meme stonks. Big tendies day. Does spreading your AMC buys through the day help with volume versus buying it all at once? Likely not, because when whales buy, such as maybe Papa Polly or someone else buys a lot of stock at the same time, that ends up being just as good as spreading it out. Broke resistance. What do you think about Cineplex? Let's look at CGX. GME, you're going to the moon. Oh boy. Trains, limos, buses. That limo crash. Oh man. Good analogy. People like that limo analogy. I can't wait until they start covering the shorts. Are they waiting to see if people will exit their positions if we let the price rise? Oh, yes. We are concerned now, right, because so many people have been burned by AMC in the past that any amount of upwards momentum, they have just been waiting and been desperately trying to recoup their losses. You're really gifted into analogizing data into narrative. Thank you, Brendan. I do appreciate that. I really like that. That made my day. Thank you. I know, mathematically, this is certainty. We need, haha. Are you, hold on. Are you improvising or are these accepted adages? I am improvising. Everything out of my mouth is only for me. Only from me. He all about the shakes. What is the theoretical GME limit? The theoretical limit is infinity because shorts have an infinite loss potential. Meatball, cool as F. Let him talk. Let him, Meatball. People want you to talk.
Hello, my name is Meatball, and I like treats. Send your treats to P.O. Box 123 Bork Street.
Okay, Meatball, that's enough of that. No more shilling. If you had to pick an exit price on GME, should the squeeze happen, what would you argue is a good sell based on your info and personal opinion? I have to read the room. I have to put a finger up into the air. The only thing I would say is that you should not sell all your GME at once. How about that? Is that going to make everybody happy? If you do ever decide to sell your GME in paper hand, you shouldn't sell it all at once. Maximize, don't maximize profits, minimize regrets. So if you want to minimize regrets, sell 10% when you think it's at a price that makes sense. Sell another 10% when it surpasses that price. Sell another 10%. You won't make the most money along the way, but you won't end up missing out when the boat goes up to a certain number no one can expect and then crashes. Harry says, you had a good analogy, but it was free candy van, not a limo. That's fair. Trevor says, Andrew, did you ever get in touch with Brian Jung and his gang of finance YouTubers? Brian Jung had a pretty cool live stream last night, impromptu. I wish I was in it. I was not given an invitation. He seems like a very chill guy. I'm glad he's back on YouTube. I've sent him a message on Instagram, and he hasn't responded. So if you guys want to help me out with that, go ahead and go into Instagram. He's credit Brian on Instagram and just be like, hey, let's get Andrew on the show. Let's get these boys talking. I would also love to go on Trey's channel, go on Max Maher's channel, definitely Matt Core's channel. Like all these are fantastic channels. Let's see, GME almost $50, almost, not quite. Fireside, does Meatball have a sibling I could adopt? He's just the best. It's true. He is just the best. Good morning, this is Don Fletchen. Harry, I want that candy still. I do want candy is good. Tyler Durden's back to saying rubber chicken Phil says buy the dip and bring chips. Very clever of Chamath to tweet today about announcement tomorrow. Knows this new investor Gen Z demo very well. Andrew Yang, says somebody. Jay says, keep up the good work. We on the way to the moon on my mama. On my mama. Okay. Let's give a treat for that enlightening super. Did I look at the charts market open yesterday? I was live streaming market open yesterday. How's the volume compared to yesterday at this time? The volume analysis is on the right side of the screen. And the times in sales as well. Pretty cool. What's the possibility that a great deal of the crashing was people withdrawing from hedge funds? Not high. I would say that's might have contributed a little bit, but that's not very high. Improving. Okay, have you been headhunted yet for companies, or like as in like a assassin just trying to kill me? Stop embarrassing me, human, says Meatball. Do you have set a selling price for your stock for squeeze? I just mentioned it. Make sure to minimize regret, maximize. And then Bruce Wayne had an excellent saying on his live stream yesterday. It was that we buy the rumor when there is something interesting happening in the world that might not be verifiably true. You buy the stock because stocks will almost always, in a normal circumstances, be able to rise with time. Right, so you buy the rumors, such as when CCIV was rumored to partner with Lucid and do that SPAC deal, and then you sell the news. If there are rumors that hurt the stock, you don't jump on the rumor wagon and exit your position when you aren't sure that it's actually news. Meatball has a Neuralink and is actually controlling Andrew. Andrew is an actual robot. Okay, I need to hide this comment. It's telling us too much. Trevor says, you are a chill guy too. I appreciate your calm outlook on the markets. If I get a chance, I will shill for you on your streams. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Meatball staring at the wall as like it owes him money. Can you change the screen back to WeBull? Yep, we got it. Love the new finance YouTube community. You guys really do have to do more collabs more often. I do agree. I accidentally bought $100 more AMC, bringing my average from $8.39 to $8.57. Is this bad? Well, I can't give you financial advice, but I mean that's a tiny margin, so that's not bad. Did you mean to sell instead? Why did you accidentally buy? Oh boy. AMC close. What price? Hold on. What? Jonathan Parker saying AMC close what price? Just your opinion, Andrew. I would be pretty bullish on AMC closing at above $9 today, but that isn't the barrier to beat. The barrier to beat is $9 and change. So that's why I imagine it's not going to burst through another level of resistance today. Just my opinion. You literally listed the other three analysts I had in mind. Oh man, the Neuralink is on, guys. Sorry, Sage Pacenti, what's up? Morning, Andrew Mo Money. Whoa, AMC and GME is up 8%. That's a good auspicious number right there. AMC hitting a wall quick. Someone yell Kool-Aid. Nice job. That's funny. Taking a break is for accomplishing a long journey. How high do I think AMC will go? I just mentioned it. I think AMC is not going to push anything higher than like $9 today, because it would have to break another barrier of resistance. We can clearly see on your GME chart the switch of trend. Which GME chart? This is the AMC chart. I should be adding some levels of resistance and support for GME too. Let's do it now. Let's do it live. It's mostly trading sideways, which is why it's like hard to tell exactly where they are. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. Oh, see, this is the exact same. Oh my God! So this is GME has been struggling to pass this $88 mark, $48 mark for a long time. It tried to break through on the 18th, rejected. It tried to break through on earlier on the 18th, also rejected. It was an earlier level of support at 17 on the 17th because it just keeps dropping. Just keeps dropping. So this is another level here. GME to the moon. Yeah, I'll put it there. Oh. This is how we do it. $55 is when. So $55 is a level to beat. That's for sure, because it hasn't really been able to beat that. And then $62 a long while ago. Okay, so we've actually covered the main gambit for the kind of prices on GME. So right now it just surpassed one of the more difficult price points to beat. It tried to beat this price point a couple of times already in the last couple of days. Finally, it's crossed through $48, which is a big relief. If it crosses through $48, the next price point to beat is $49.85. So essentially, it has to surpass the $50 barrier. It tried to a little earlier today. It couldn't, obviously, because passing through two barriers of resistance is going to be just a little bit of a tricky sell. However, as we note on the bottom, we see the RSI here. It is actually pretty high. It's getting closer to 70, which means it's getting close to being oversold. Some Chinese viewer that I cannot read your name, I'm sorry, I'm a bad Chinese person. Andrew, you are such a handsome guy. Thank you, man. Or person, girl, human. Let's see. Oops, I slipped and fell into more GME shares. Yeah, that was a funny comment. Oops, I bought more AMC. Flex Nation TV. I just got AMC at $7.40. What should I do next? I can't give you financial advice. That sounds like I would be giving you financial advice. But a lot of these people on the channel are holding. You could do that, or you could sell, or you could buy. Those are the three options. Or I guess you could short, or put, or call. Don't read this one. Okay. Reddit. How high do you think AMC will be after Corona? I have 60 shares. I purchased it at 14. After Corona, AMC is just going to be a solid value play, in my opinion. I would say that AMC has solid potential after the actual theaters open fully. But how high will it go? 14 seems like a pretty solid shot to me. I'm back. Had to feed the dogs. Andrew, you need to make Meatball Treats a brand as a merch line. Would make a killing. 3% royalties is all I ask of the idea. Lol. You got it, man. By which I mean no, you don't. But I do appreciate that tip. Look at the cup and handle forming an AMC 1 hour chart. Oh, let's see. AMC 1 hour. Yes. That beautiful ball and cup. We have that handle right there. Build a little seat for a king to put his little fleshy booty on. I don't want to be demonetized. Moises Robles. Brendan Burns says, was waiting for two YouTube stock kids to discover that they'd nearly crossed paths before they'd now. Max and Trey were on the same track team in college, but missed each other by 1 year. Wow, it's amazing. I had no idea that Max and Trey knew each other. They have very similar vibes. Nice cups. SENS on a dog collar. Meatball gets diabetes too. Oh. Good morning, Theo. Andrew never said my positions. I bought it on GME at 250 plus for 10,000. We got good morning, sunshine, says Picante Society. What's going on? Talking about Rubber Chicken Phil. Hi, Andrew, says Chris Streams. How's things? How do you think dark mode? How do you get dark mode in WeBull? How high do you see AMC and GME going before the bubble bursts? If you saw my earlier live streams, I was always on light mode in WeBull. To get to dark mode, I'm gonna think about it. You go to the WeBull desktop. You go to layouts, maybe? No. I don't know. I somehow got it. But I'm afraid that if I touch anything, I am going to show you my actual information, so I can't do that. But it's probably pretty easy. NVDA, people are asking about NVIDIA. Adrian says, I'm going to AMC with Corona after the pandemic and with Lime. Heck yeah. With Corona. Oh, okay. You're going to get a beer. Funny joke. Soon to be okay to tell. Jared Smith, I saw one of your videos and you mentioned RSI oversold when RSI was high. I figured it was just a mistake, but bro, you just said it again. When the RSI is high, it's overbought, not oversold. I don't think I just said it again, but yeah, if I did say it again, sorry. If the RSI is high, it is overbought, not oversold. Testo Time says, hello from German Ape. How's it going? Guten Nacht. Could you open the GME chart? Sure. What you're looking for. This is a little too far out, so let's look at it a little closer. $49, really close to that the next point of resistance that we wanted to break out of, which is 49.85. We are seeing solid runs right now with GME and AMC. This is looking like tendies on the march. What tricks have you taught Meatball apart from looking chilled as hell all day? Meatball knows how to dab. As of right now, I don't think you can do it in this little cubby, but one of these days I'm going to show you guys just a video of Meatball dabbing. Meatball also knows how to play dead. He knows how to run around in a circle. He knows how to stand on his hind legs. He knows how to balance on his hind legs with a treat on his nose. He knows a lot of tricks. He also knows how to cover his face, which is kind of similar to the dab one. Let's see. Oh yeah, people are telling you how to get to the dark mode. Go to settings on WeBull to darken screen. Menu, settings, theme, then choose light, dark, black. Perfect. Quentin Leitner says, do you think it's possible another company will try and buy AMC? I've covered this a couple times. I'll cover it again. The general gist of the question of will AMC be bought is easier to explain than you might imagine. One, think about AMC as a big risk, right? As of right now, there is someone outside. It's kind of like you need to fill a position on your company, right? Or even if you, let's say that you're not a business owner, let's say you just need to find a nanny for your kid or a babysitter. You want to get a cheap babysitter. So there's this like there's this guy down on his luck who might be a crazy risk for you. Are you going to accept all of his debt and all of his other stuff just because he can do free labor for you, just because the theaters are already built? If you wanted a theater chain like Amazon that wants to show its actual like AMC, like show its Prime videos and then get awards for it, why wouldn't you build your own theaters rather than taking on the risk of AMC, which right now is in the public eye? could be really good because it gets a couple thousand, maybe tens of thousands of apes into AMC theaters, thanking Amazon, forever grateful to Amazon. But it could also go sideways if that merger somehow does not pan out like CCIV, or has adverse effects that we can't expect. And then suddenly, guess what? Amazon is the villain for coming in to swoop up AMC when it didn't need to. It's kind of like the Incredible situation, right? Sometimes people are heroes because they do the thing, and sometimes people are villains because they try to be a hero and then they failed. So that's one of the biggest risks right now for another company taking on AMC. I'm going to turn off my AC so that the squeaking stops, and I'll be right back in 10 seconds. We had someone come in to try to fix the AC yesterday, and it's like it wasn't making the sound. So therefore, I looked like a crazy person. Quentin says, don't give your dogs drugs. Hugs, not drugs, kids. Never give your dogs drugs. Unless it's prescription. Krieger says, hey, Andrew, new to stocks, really enjoying their channel and analysis. In this current climate, do you think diversification is still a must when you can just throw it all in BTC and ride the rocket? Ooh, that's a good question. I really am tempted to throw it all into BTC and ride the rocket, which is why I would like all of you to at the very least consider putting some of your money into BlockFi, because it's so important to be able to, one, earn really good interest on your deposit, an 8.6% interest, but also be able to have better control over how you buy crypto. The main point about Bitcoin is that it is likely that it will be the de facto money in the future. People are like, oh, we can't move past fiat, but that's because we're thinking in the yesterday brain universe. In China, there are a lot of different cities that have absolutely no cash transactions at all anymore. It's all card or it's all phone. Some villages are all phone. And that's something very surprising to think about, is that why don't we have that as an actual part of our society? Cultural differences mainly, but also we might just be a little backwards when it comes to the next step of what looks normal. So be careful, right? Be careful that if you don't have at least a little bit of diversification in crypto, right now is a great time, especially since Bitcoin is still very volatile. We had a couple of opportunities to buy it at 44, 45,000 just yesterday, dipped pretty far low yesterday. Let's look. That is a 46,800 mark. And then right here on yesterday at 4:35 EST, it went all the way down to 44,900. So if you bought that back then, even if you bought one Bitcoin, you would be up $5,000. It feels pretty good. You would be up 10% of your monies. And yes, diversification is always king. Have you read horror stories of WeBull losing peoples on Google Play reviews? Wow, best get familiar with FINRA. Can I borrow Meatball? Meatball, do you have any time today to get borrowed? I'm afraid he's pretty busy. Watch J&J fly today. The FDA staff endorsed Johnson & Johnson's COVID-19 vaccine for emergency use, a critical step in bringing a third shot to the U.S. marketplace. J&J buy signal. Okay. Johnson & Johnson is up 1%. All right, let's look at the news. S&P 500 falls slightly as tech sell-off continues. Oh, most common side effects of J&J's one-shot COVID vaccine. Uh-oh. Already talking about side effects. J&J's one-dose vaccine closes on U.S. approval. This is pretty big. Remember, buy the rumor, sell the news. So this is already on CNBC. It's already news. So it can't get any better than this. We got Johnson & Johnson's one-dose vaccine closes on U.S. approval. Johnson & Johnson's one-dose. Okay, maybe I need to do a whole video on this. Maybe not. Johnson & Johnson's one-dose COVID-19 vaccine appeared safe and effective in trials, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration said on Wednesday, paving the way for its approval for emergency use as soon as this week. Vaccine was 66% effective at preventing moderate to severe COVID-19 in 44,000-person global trial. Am I the only person that remembers Johnson & Johnson as like the no tears company? Like, oh, I do not cry. We are Johnson & Johnson. Uh, New data provided by J&J to the FDA shows that the vaccine was 64% effective at stopping moderate to severe cases of COVID-19. Is that even a high number, 64%? Overall, the vaccine was 100% effective at stopping hospitalization 28 days after vaccination, compared to 85% at 14 days. And there were no COVID-19 deaths among those who received the shot rather than a placebo. J&J also said that the data suggested its vaccine cut down on asymptomatic infections, which experts say was another sign COVID-19 vaccines may indeed stop transmission of the disease. Most encouraging to me were the data in South Africa, that you could still get protection against medically attended illnesses, meaning hospitalization, ICU admission, and deaths from the vaccine against the South African strain. I thought that was really encouraging. I've been saying on the live streams for a while, if a company gets a vaccine that works on multiple different mutations, that is a big news. And it seems like J&J might be doing it. However, we have to make sure that we are considering every single piece of the puzzle, like side effects. 3 vaccine recipients had severe side effects in the trial that were likely related to the vaccine, but the FDA said its analysis did not raise any specific safety concerns that would preclude issuance of an emergency use authorization. But tell us what the side effects are. Injection site pain, 50%, headache at 39%, fatigue at 40%, myalgia at 33%. Another side effect included fever at 9%, and everything else. So this is something to consider. We're not going to do too much more about J&J, but this is something, if you guys had it on your radar, make sure to add it to your watch list, because it is very interesting. Let's look at some more market winners and losers today. On the watch list from yesterday, we have 5% up on FRX. We have 8% up on SOS. NEO seems to be on the rise, with Tesla slightly up at 2% and 4% respectively. GameStop up all the way past $50. It did it! It did it! Oh, yes! Oh my God. Whoa. That's amazing. So it passed another barrier, and the next one, let me see, turn off auto. Next one is at $42. So if it can pass another barrier, we're going straight to the moon, baby. Oh my God, that feels really good. AMC still holding strong after surpassing the $8 mark today, holding tight at $8.40. We see that it just needs to go up 10 more cents to get past the next barrier that it was rejected by earlier today at $8.48. Is Meatball looking at the cube wall or out the window? I think Meatball's just trying to sleep. Do we have a... okay, so hold on a second. People are asking about... Quentin Leitner says, for people who own 100 plus shares of AMC, would you recommend short-term out of the money options or not, because you might miss the squeeze? Alex Leon says, digital currency might take over, but it won't be Bitcoin. It can take days for transaction to go through with current network activity and no high transaction fee. Kimberly Lifestyle, we must hold and keep buying GME. Let's go to the moon. Kimberly Lifestyle, GameStop, we must hold. Yes. Sundial looks like it was just part of a 15% off sale yesterday. Oh yeah, is Sundial all the way back up? Oh yeah, it's all the way back up. So the market re-corrected. It was 15% down, and now it's 15% back up. Wow, very interesting. We should probably, I want to look into a little bit more after a couple more comments. But let's keep our eyes on GameStop and AMC. GameStop just surpassed $50, which was a big barrier, and now it is trading sideways. A little bit of volatility on there is to be expected. There was this one time that I washed my hair with J&J oil by mistake. Uh-oh. Johnson & Johnson sells oil too? Yes, AMC, go. GME's at 50, strong buy point. GME, AMC. Cancer. Jimmy wrote that 50 line. Andrew's channel, mainstream media financial. Andrew's channel is greater than mainstream media financial live streams. Thank you, I appreciate that. Oh, GME to the moon. Let's get going. Oh man, 90% stock, 10% options. Every week, sell some stock for more options until they expire in the money. Oh man. Yorison de Leon, no fees, quick transfers, exchange it to any currency. They think that Lumens is the cryptocurrency way. Housekeeper also agrees. Stellar Lumens, best crypto. It certainly might be. I should do a whole video about Lumens soon. UAMY had a 40% off sale yesterday as well. Is that right? Well, it's back up 20%. Not as crazy as Sundial, but Sundial really crazy. You can say that Bitcoin had a 10% off sale yesterday. BTC or ETH, yeah, BTC in my opinion, but ETH has pretty interesting growth potential as well. Yesterday was just a huge sale. If you had cash, you got lucky. It felt like Black Friday. That's what I've been saying. I was like, this is like a very, very fast flash sale. When Bitcoin dropped that low, I was like, whoa, this is the Black Friday, but the other way of Black Friday, not like the stock market destroying Black Friday. The nice Black Friday where you get to like have socks and books and stuff. GameStop can't stop, won't stop. Still up there. Let's look maybe a little bit of sentiment analysis to see if people are talking about it on swaggy stocks. I bet, because it's going up. Actually, AMC is mostly in the news. That makes sense. AMC is going up there. GME still doesn't have a lot of sentiment in the relative grand scheme of things. Can you speak to AMC? Meatball, you okay? Rub the sleepies out of your eyes. GME about to enter the stratosphere. Get your space boots. Oh, don't wash your hair with Gorilla Glue. That's a good point. Is there any more wisdom, in buying several shares of penny stocks like Sens or a few shares of stocks such as AMC, or just eat crayons and be happy? Never catch a train on its way out the station. Although I do not think that AMC, you can consider it completely out the station yet. However, this is the danger of buying the rumor, selling the news, is that a lot of people are buying the rumor, or I guess it's not a rumor, but it's like an official statement that theaters will open in 2 weeks. They haven't yet opened, and there are many different news reports as well as quarterly earnings that need to come out before that happens. So be careful. You can earn free lumens on Coinbase. They give you $10 worth for watching a few videos. Ooh, interesting. Andrew, what other Bitcoin are you bullish on beside Bitcoin? Sorry, what kind of crypto are you bullish on beside Bitcoin? Pretty bullish on Ethereum because I'm mainly focused on whether or not these cryptos have institutional support. That's the most important part. Harry Lewinson says, remember when I asked you about Steeler Lumens the other day? Lumens, it's getting big. You guys are the best source of information. If you guys come here for the Meatball or for the Andrew, that's great. If you guys don't know why you're here, you should just check out the live chat. These are the smartest apes on the planet right now. They're telling us all about the great stuff. And the best part is I'm going to try and read every single one of them. One of the things that you guys could help out with me a lot is entirely free. Go ahead and just leave a comment on one of my videos, and I'm going to respond to them, right? That's the deal. It really helps out the engagement. It helps out the channel for free. And if you were thinking about a couple of ways to help out the channel, smashing that like button would help out a lot. We just hit 300 subs a while ago. Sorry, 300 likes a while ago. So let's give Meatball 2 more treats. And finally, clicking a link like the one that gets you the WeBull app that I'm currently using, and depositing some of your cold, hard-earned tendies in there would also help out a lot too. All right, we're going to keep reading. Tom Hayden says, wondering if I missed your talk on XRP or is still on the back burner. No rush, just checking in. I wasn't able to watch all the last couple of videos. Keep up the great content coming, please. Yeah, let's talk about Ripple soon. Can you show AMC cup and handle on 1 day chart, please? Yeah, let's look at the AMC daily chart. So in terms of prices, hard to tell on the daily chart, but this is the cup and handle. There you go for Benjamin Schorb. We are seeing a a pretty steady RSI in the macro view. It is staying right at around 50, and we noticed that the decreasing dip, the trading sideways, has actually been mostly at these levels of resistances. And now, as we are trying to push past these 1, 2, 3 levels of resistances in just 3 days, that is something that signals a lot more confidence in the near future. That's why AMC is getting real close to hitting another level of resistance. Is Litecoin a factor? Quentin says, even theaters that aren't open offer private viewing and parties for 20 plus people in social distance seating. Oh, interesting. 350 likes. Feed that meatball. Let's go. Meatball, you fed. You are getting fed. There you go. What's the difference between a normal candles and the hollow candles apart from the obvious? This is just I'm actually thinking about doing an entire WeBull tutorial soon. I keep putting on the back burner because educational videos take just a little bit longer than just straightforward analysis videos. If you guys are looking to have that, I am interested in building out some more educational content for you guys, especially understanding how to navigate these technical analyses yourself. Yesterday morning, I bought one AMC $10 call expiring next week, and it's already made $42. Congrats. I drink. Bro, if the market crash, does it affect the price of AMC? Yesterday, you could consider a 20% haircut across the board as a bit of a crash. But AMC was the only one that was up 15%. So if you think about the opportunity cost, AMC is actually up 35% in that sense, if everybody else was down close to 10 to 20%. You shouldn't think that way, but you could think that way. Scott says, poop head. That's a good comment. Jeff says, crayon eating is the funniest meme to me. We Marines have used that forever. To see it go kind of mainstream with the apes is awesome. Really? I didn't know that. That's fun. You got baby hands. Me? My hands are... You think I got baby hands? Meatball's got baby hands. Look at his little hands. Those are little baby hands. These Porg has baby hands. Give me treats. When are we going to be millionaires? Chapo the Kid, we are already rich in friendship on this channel. We are specifically talking about friendship here. Michael says, make a tutorial, please. I'd be happy to. RSI videos would also be welcome. Yeah. Kevin is talking in the chat. Andy Hernandez, when it comes to calls, can you just accept that $40 gain, or does it come with a price? I'm only asking since I just buy the stock. I am thinking about doing a whole video about calls and puts. You can just think of them as inverse of each other. But as of right now, I am curious about how many different financial concepts you guys would want to see in like a tutorial video, and maybe like I can pretty much explain them like one by one pretty thoroughly in like a few minutes time. So that's why I think I might have to like bundle them together in like a 10-minute long video. If GME starts mooning today, is it Conan O'Brien's fault? It might actually be Conan O'Brien's fault if GME moons today. It's still hovering around the $49. Can't seem to stop loving this previous level of resistance. Do you have diamond hands or baby hands? No, I have diamond hands. Diamond hands all the way. Never gonna stop. What app am I using there? I'm using WeBull. There's this link right here. My mouse is hovering it. It's pinned in the live chat. Go click it. It gets you your WeBull. It gets you 2 free stocks. I mean, so simple. It's so simple that I'm gonna replace the pinned comment with the BlockFi link instead, because Bitcoin's naughty BlockFi link is still in there. Okay. Please talk AMC only. AMC is solid right now. All of these guys, GME and AMC had seen 10% raises up to respectively. GME got upwards of $50, which is a resistance point, and AMC got upwards of $850, which is another resistance point. So they are both looking great in terms of being able to push past it again. If they did it today, they should be able to do it again. Oh boy. Krieger says, would love a good video on options as I ate S when Sundial crashed, and it was my first love option I ever did. I'm so sorry to hear that. Andrew, aren't you a paper hand? No, if I was a paper hand, why would I be making all these videos about AMC and GME? No, I love the stock. I love that stock. Let's see. AMC that shill against GME are the greedy paper-handed butches that will sell for 5 to 10x. I need 1,000x minimum. Chapo, I wish WeBull did work in the UK. I'm sorry. Oh, but Tom, Bitcoin pulling back, is it? I wouldn't really say that's pulling back. I need to see it drop down to 40,000 again for me to buy back in. My guy, says Scott. Andrew, is $1,000 price target realistic for AMC? Compare it to other stocks that are worth $1,000. The main reason why AMC is continuously projected to be AMC. The reason why AMC is continuously projected to be $1,000 is because one, a squeeze has infinite potential. So if it does squeeze, it could easily go past $1,000. It could go past any finite amount of money. The harder part of it is what would the public perception be at each of the barriers along the way for a movie theater company that was at the verge of bankruptcy. What would other companies think as AMC started to climb up? If you think that other investors won't paper hand on the way up, then it could easily squeeze to infinity. This is the prisoner's dilemma, the infinite prisoner's dilemma that we constantly face. Come on, guys. There's 800 plus people in the stream here. Let's hit that like button. Let's get the stream out to everyone. Now, that is the kind of excellent positive energy that I like to hear. Alarian Parmet, oh my god. Trying to trade crypto living in NYC is pure hell. No broker wants to deal with you. Does anyone know of any solution aside from moving? Why is it so hard for New Yorkers to trade crypto? It's equally hard for them to watch a movie right now. Oh man. GME just fell off a cliff. Let's see. I wouldn't say so. AMC is actually starting to dip. If it dips past this new level of resistance, I'm gonna don't do it. Don't. Oh. Is it don't? Oh. Don't. It's dancing with death over here. Trying to dip past this level of resistance that it just surpassed today. We don't want it to happen, so let's cheer. How do you stop a stock from doing a thing that you don't want it to do? 8.08 is the number right now to beat. Come on, come back up. While I have a chance, you guys tell me if you guys like the thumbnails, because I am thinking about doing more like astronaut themed thumbnails, if that's what's hot right now. I kind of like simplicity, so I'd much rather have a thumbnail that says less than more. That's the kind of artistic YouTuber I am. Let's see, let's keep reading. Scott is snitching on Harry Lewington. I know who Harry Lewington is. He's a cool guy. Benjamin Shorb, if Bitcoin drops to 40,000, I will sell everything I own and buy. I will too. Let's do it together, Ben. If Bitcoin drops to 40 grand, I will literally sell every asset and buy. Let's see. Scott says buy more AMC, reduce your price per share. AMC lunch hour sell off. Is it lunch hour right now? I guess. Is it 8:24? Yeah. Wow, lunch came earlier than I thought. Let's see. AMC gain. Like for Meatball's been chilling in the back. Meatball loves to chill. Meatball, you like to chill? Yeah, I think he likes to chill. 900 people. What's going on, guys? We are talking every news to do with AMC GME. We're also talking about other tickers too, but that seems to hurt the stream. So we are really just trying to talk about AMC GME on its way up. We just saw it dance with death at AMC specifically at $8.08, a previous level of support. And look, just like how we expected it to, it could not dip lower than this level of support, and now it's on its way back up to 850. It's already danced with 850 a couple of times today, so once, and then a couple more times probably is going to happen until it passes through 850. Evil Adam Driver, yeah, that's I like that joke. No cats. I am not a cat, says Jim Shearer. What are the current resistance level for GME? GME has one at 49.85, which it surpassed briefly, and then it dipped back below again. But beyond that, let me turn off auto. It has to go up to 42.20 in order to hit a new level of resistance. Brendan Burns says, lol, ACM coin has been the highest growth on Swift coin exchange just by association. Chapo Kid, rocket ships, diamond hand gorillas. Give that like button some love, says Jeff Hennig. Tim Force is my best friend, who is also data scientist, cost accountant, and says that GME is now a game of chicken and a huge buy order would trigger this. Thoughts? I have always been of the mind that all we need is a catalyst. All we need is a trigger. And if Papa Polly or Papa Elon ended up being that trigger, you can bet that they are going to take credit for it. Kevin Bott is in the house. Moon. Let's go. Kevin, another Kevin, Marusa. Good day, Sir Mo Money. Enjoying your lessons today. Keep it up. I agree. I like this comment. I like the Kevins. I like this stunk. DK says, hey man, London, UK checking in again, lol. Picked up some Apple today for 123, seems good to me. Also got some more Neo. Want more Tesla, but what do you see is a good price for today? Tesla is up 4% today. If you bought it at 7, you would be up 4%. It seems like it's trying to climb its way back up to the $800 figure that was back 2 weeks ago, Chinese New Year. I would like that for that to happen. If you guys want to see an entire video about EVs, I cover that in a different video. But today is reserved for GME and AMC. Feed the boss, aka Meatball. We just got to 400 likes. Every 50 likes gives Meatball a treat. While I'm here, if you're looking for a treat for Andrew instead, there's a couple of ways you can support me directly. I have a Patreon that you can go ahead and click on. There's a couple of cute little pictures of Meatball and myself on there. You can also take a look at enriching your brain. And people have asked me what kind of book recommendations I try to always recommend. This book, it's The Power of Habit. I have in the link below. It's called, I think I labeled it like Hack Your Growth. This book really helps you be able to focus on millionaire habits and understand exactly what the psychotic and I keep saying psychotic, the psychoanalysis of exactly what makes a very productive and successful person. And so if we are about that six-figure mindset here, 6 figures in 6 months, I haven't said this motto in a long time, but it is the motto of the channel. Let's get the spread together, guys. Okay, let's look at some more chats. Oh, boy. Fintel is saying GME is at 23% short ratio. That's up from 15% yesterday. Is that a good thing for us? Fintel is saying GME? 15% was AMC's. Am I missing something? Krieger says, Andrew, so you're saying I can open a BlockFi account and get up to 8.6% APY while my position in Bitcoin is still working in the market? Yes. This is why BlockFi is so dang good. If you think AMC is a good stock, even at $9 a share, what is a good first option play for someone just interested in marginal risk learning initiative? Oof, that sounds close to financial advice, but let me think about that. All these apes have so much experience in GME. We won't be played by Shady S this time. Shady Scheisse. Can I say that? I think I can say that. Can you ask Meatball his top for BTC? Meatball, how much do you think BTC is going to go for? Meatball, how much do you think BTC is going to go for, bud? Tell the nice people. What's the top of BTC? $500,000? A full $1 million? $1 million BTC, $1 with Dogecoin. Those of you who are still into Dogecoin, represent. Let's hear you guys out there. John Van says, you clowns gonna get in on TMST like I was saying yesterday all day. Krieger asked me about BlockFi. Do get your BlockFi link up in the pinned comment right above here. My housekeeper is here, switching to dab oil. Okay. All right. People are talking to Jason right now. Big Bear, mod me, bro. Scott, you want to be a mod? Message me on Instagram or Discord. I am looking for mods. I do like to not have to worry about certain things. If a moderator can help me fix that. According to NASDAQ, Ryener says, GME real-time quotes, today's high low 350, 4350. What happened in pre-market? How can that be? Glitch, or maybe some person is trying to do something shady in the market. Hard to say when everything is already so obscure. Give the queen her dog back, man. He's not even a true corgi. He's only a half corg. Look how stubby he is, but his face is full golden. Doge Army. We just made 1,000 concurrent viewers. Big round of applause. Let's get GameStop up. Let's give GameStop a round of applause too. Come on, GameStop. Get back up over 48.10. So it's dipping below again. Not happy to see that. If you guys were watching, we have the most interesting stocks right here. We got CCIV still down 7% on top of its 40% down yesterday. It doesn't seem to be recovering today anytime soon. But we do have stocks that have essentially made back every bit of loss that they had yesterday. Sundial is up 13%, almost exactly what it was down yesterday. And UAMY is up 25%, close to what it was down yesterday as well. But back to GameStop. Hey, Andrew says NJ888Chew. I am also using the WeBull app on my PC, but my background is white. How do I change it to a dark background like yours? We just mentioned it. You go to settings, and then you pick background color, and then you choose white, black, or dark. I think those are the three options. There you go. Oh, wee. GameStop, we must hold and keep buying GME. Go to the moon. Let's see. Jordan, Arian, Arlen, remember though, don't ever go in more than you're willing to lose. So true. Never, ever go more than you are willing to lose, because these are dangerous investments. Maverick says, let's hope the queen buys into GME and AMC. AMC is greater than food. Oh, we just got a super. GME to the moon. I like this stock. I'm not effing leaving. Hold the line. Feed the Doge. Let's go. Thank you for the super. Every super, as well as every 50 likes, comes with a treat for Meatball. Feed that Doge. There you go, buddy. Good boy. Good boy. All right. DK, we haven't had a dog in a long time, but looking at Meatball makes me want one so bad. Been looking at Siberian Huskies with blue eyes. Should I surprise my wife with a new good boy? Sounds like I'm going to get in trouble if I tell you, but since it's not financial advice, yes, go get a dog. Dogs are the cutest things you can imagine in your life. AMC, people are saying in the chat, AMC still on that 808. You see, it can't seem to break apart from this line of resistance that I mentioned. It has been dancing with it nonstop today. The God Pill says Michael Burry had a crazy week on Twitter. First, he says, last time they say I didn't warn. Here is the warning. Bet no one is listening. With a dozen posts about inflation, then removes everything. Last time I said no one was listening. This time I'm not listening to myself. Oh, boy. We are just having fun. We're looking at some game stonks right now. Have you seen what the micro burst to 350 in the pre-market? Yeah, people keep talking about it. Let me see if I can find a little bit of DD on that so that we can get that swept under the rug. But yeah, that burst to 350 is starting to become more and more suspicious as more people look into it. Speaking of Michael Burry, we do have a couple of Burry DDs that we want to cover. Oh, this is a big Burry post. Big Michael Burry post. He's trying to call the Big Short 2.0, but you know, it's hard to say after he deleted all his tweets. Get a Pomsky, wouldn't that be cute? Why not just go decentralized and make money on crypto? I agree. If you do want to make money on crypto, get onto BlockFi, right? Right now, stonks are getting their time in the limelight, but nothing is as beautiful as crypto. Jeff says, we have 3 cats, none are dead. Neither is AMC. Okay, good. Let's see. Doing only good every day. Why not just go? Oh yeah, we already read that. Adopt, rescue, don't buy pure breeds. A good PSA. Meatball was rescued on Clear the Shelters Day in Chicago, of course. So he's only used to the snowy weather. Now he gets to bask in the sun in California. Let's see. I'm gonna have to ban you. Hide. You are now banned. Let's see. Chris Lee, how can you explain how calls and puts work and how you make money from them? Yeah, I'm planning on making an entire video about that in just a second. Can you compare GME chart from January 22 leading up to the near 500 high to where we are today? GME on January 22nd. If I zoom out and take out an auto, January 22nd is around here. So if I could get a little bit more granular data, we could see that this is the kind of rises that we were looking for. So on the 25th, we were at $33. And then in the course of a couple of days, it went up to 69, 34 on the 27th. So if it does raise up to 69, it's going to follow a very similar pattern to what it was trending on January, the end of January, a month ago. So it is looking quite Nostradamus level of interesting bullish momentum here. History repeats itself. Let's find out. This is not a dead cat, they say. Tesla shares on the rebound after sell-off. We bought a lot, says Arcs Kathy. Yep, I just read that exact article. We are looking, if you guys are just joining, welcome. 1,000 of you talking to us right now. We are making headway. We're making sense of exactly what is going on with the market right now and understanding exactly why GameStop and AMC are up another solid percentage points. AMC was up close to a 10% up and then past 2 different levels of resistance. Now is dipped down below $8, and we're talking about why that is happening. Sugar Daddy says AMC rocket is fueling. Hold, people. Hold until you hit your target. They're shooting for 300. If GME can hit 300 without possible Amazon buyout, so can AMC. Also, really important, in your base says, check your platform to make sure that your shares are not being allowed to loaned out. Opt out of those programs. A lot of these brokers make it so that your shares are automatically loaned out so that people can short, and that's something that we don't want to happen. Let's get that out of the way. Ted says, did you answer my question about the blue chip sell-off due to liquidity issues from these hedge funds to cover shorts? That sounds like a pretty compelling story, and I love narratives. I'm not sure if there's any compelling evidence to support it, but as of right now, I would say I'm not for or against that narrative. I just think that that's very interesting. Tesla shares on the rebound after sell-off. We bought a lot. Yeah, we just saw that. Joshua says, caught you on another stream yesterday. Your channel popped up today and just subbed. I appreciate the explanation in layman's terms for us noobs. I appreciate you, Josh, for subscribing. I appreciate all of you for smashing that subscribe button so that we can get to the moon. I'm trying to bring the channel up to 20,000 subs. I'm grinding every day. I'm working hard. Let us try and get there together. Oh, Rich Bulldog says, I just sent you pictures of my good boys in InstaChat. Oh my goodness, I want to see those dogs. This is just a quick detour to see some good boys. You guys have always seen that good boy right in the center bottom of my screen. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, let me look at those good boys. We got this good boy. Oh my goodness, we got this. Oh my goodness, dear cats. These good boys. Oh, these are three cats. You have a lot of animals. This is great. Oh, I didn't even notice there are the three dogs here. Well, if you guys do like woodworking and animals, check out Two Dogs Whiskey. They were my 1,000th follower on Instagram. And you can also support me on Instagram by just hitting that follow button. I'm trying to get to 1,000. I'm trying to get to 2,000 now. Oh boy. So we're still talking. We're still looking at the AMC GME charts. Your thoughts on how the shorts covered on GME? Do you believe they've covered or borrowed to give the appearance that they've covered? I have strong opinions about it, and I've also done some due diligence on exactly what types of ETFs are holding GME and covering and pretending like these GME shares have already been covered. In which case, mathematically, we've already calculated this. It's going to be impossible for them to cover with the price rising and the behavior of the stock itself. So as of right now, the answer is yes, they are manipulating the price. Yes, they are hiding the amount of shorts being that still exist and have not been covered. And yes, they are about to be found out soon. So all you guys need to do is wait a little longer. But that's not financial advice. I'm waiting. You don't have to wait. You don't have to wait. I'm being very clear about this. Never risk more money than you're willing to lose, especially if loved ones are on the line and you can love yourself as well. How do we highlight our names on this? Well, all you need to do is press that little join button down below. It's starting at $4 just to support Meatball. It gets him a treat every month, and I think it's a pretty good deal to be able to get fresh new flares. As longer you stay a member, the cooler perks you get. And I'm looking at custom emojis and GIFs as well for Meatball, a cartoon version of Meatball as well. Scott, don't be bullying my live stream. Watching from the UK says Dom Croft, and chatting with a make in France. We both have shares and love the stock. So your French mate and yourself, you guys are awesome. Do you believe Friday will be the big day for AMC due to expiring contracts? Also, can you explain failure to deliver? Thanks. I've explained failure to deliver a couple of different ways. In fact, I have a failure to deliver video that I haven't actually, it's a clip from a live stream that I didn't publish because I thought I missed the boat on it. But if you guys are interested in it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to publish it for members first. So I'm going to go publish that video about failure to deliver right now for members. So if you are a member, stay on this live chat, but you will have access to that video before everyone else does. Members only, publish. There you go. Failure to deliver video. Andrew, just showed my dogs. Chapo, where did you show your dogs? Tell me. Was it on Insta or Discord? In Yo Base says, hate to direct call you, but I seriously recommend throwing up a disclaimer to be up all the time regarding financial advice. Sure. There it is. Does that do it for you? The reason why I don't do it is because I know for a fact that bigger YouTubers don't always have the little disclaimer up. Also, it blocks my RSI. So let me see if I can put it here. A little smaller. There we go. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I know that larger YouTubers don't do it all the time. As long as they say it once and it's always in every description, people should know this is not financial advice. Alex Minute says, hi from Minnesota. Minnesota, how's it going? Welcome. Actual meatball for a meatball is a great idea for 20,000 subs. If we get to 20,000 subs, I will give meatball a meatball. It's going to be dog friendly. I'm going to make it myself. It's going to be with organic ingredients, and it's going to be the best video you can imagine. Sucks that AMC could go higher, but I think people just don't want to hold anymore and just get out. Still holding. Be strong. Carry on. Not financial advice, but I'm staying strong for you guys, and it's probably not going to be that much longer, right? AMC already has an exit, already has like a horizon on the way with these theaters opening up. They were asking about LLKKF. Scott, stop telling people to risk their houses on the live chat. Did I watch Dave versus Vlad? Dave Ramsey versus Vlad? Dave Vlad. Do I get Dave Portnoy? Oh, Dave Portnoy versus Robinhood CEO Vlad. No, but I did tweet out to Vlad to see if he would come on my show. Since he seems to be hitting up all the YouTubers, I would like for him to come on my show and tell us exactly what kind of questions does he appreciate that I ask, and just a little bit more about his life in Bulgaria. I think I really do want to know what Halloween was like in Bulgaria. Tom says, I'm subscribing. You're a genuine guy, and I like that. You make me feel like there's hope for humanity. That is. I'm feeling emotions. I'm feeling. Thank you, Tom. I have few words to say to that other than you just made my day. Thank you for saying that. This is the kind of vibe that we're trying to bring out here. We got people that we come here all the time, like Harry, like Rachel, let me scroll down a little bit more. Where is everyone else? We got Siete. We got Hot Sauce. We got a spammer. Aaron, I'm going to put you, I'm going to hide you actually. It looks, and it looks like buy GameStop, we must hold. Yeah, there you go. Nobody is selling. That was shill talk. Just hit a couple of comments from some people that are spamming the chat. Don't try to spam the chat, but you are all free to keep talking in the live chat and keep the community going. What, DK, please sing it. Soon may the Tendy Man come to send our rocket in the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. Even though you asked so nicely, I'm not going to sing it. We just kicked Aaron. Bye, Aaron. Bro, much love from Pennsylvania. Yeah, that's what it says. Pennsylvanians, unite, talk, tell us where you are from. Kip Jordy says, come on, I can't buy all the shares every time it dips. Yeah, with all the responsibility of having to buy so many shares. Oh, man. So if you guys are just joining us, AMC is still hovering around the 808. We got our 808s here. This is the price of technical resistance that I put on a couple of days ago during my AMC analysis, and it is still holding tight right around the price that I said it was going to spend a lot of time struggling on. So 808 is the number there, and GameStop is also struggling at another number that I was put up, which is 48.13. It's starting to surpass that number, and if we take up auto, we can look at the next level of technical resistance that it just passed earlier today. It passed it at 11 a.m. roughly Eastern Standard Time, and now it has dropped below it. It's trying to go back up there again. It's a narrative. We are constantly, like AMC and GME, falling past our what we deserve and going back up, but slowly we are fueling up. Work phone says, remember, Vlad thinks every question is important and he appreciates them all. He really does. As a Bulgarian, F Vlad, he can pay me $10,000 a share to save his hedge buddies if he wants it so hard. I'm going to show it, Pavel. I'm going to show your excellent comment. Andrew Mo for president 2024. People keep saying that. I don't think I can run for president because I wasn't born in America. The Alexander Hamilton clause, unfortunately, prevents me. But I could run for mayor. That might work. The interview with Dave was really good. I won't wish you luck because I don't wish you luck. Home run. Wow. That's exciting. I do want to watch that now. Oh, boy. Me, when I hear only invest what you're willing to lose. All in? No. Only invest what you're willing to lose. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Your dog has much chill, says Mark Marcellus. This is true. Meatball has much chill. Meatball? 10 seconds of Meatball. Aww, he has much chill. That's it. I am afraid of losing your attention spans. But 1,000 of you in the live stream. I'm excited. Let's get going. Tell me what's the best time to live stream, because 1,000 of you means something. It means that you guys like it when I'm here live streaming at this time. Let's see. Are your live stream hours when the market is open? I've been live streaming at 6:30 a.m. PST every day, right when market opens. If you guys want me to change up the time, I am always willing to listen to when you guys find it convenient. Pre-market and aftermarket slow crawl, top 50 short list, target of ladder attacks, AMC, SENS, CTRM, etc., etc. Oh boy. I don't lose, I buy more. Static Dean, AMC is the way. All the negative advertising and negative community posts just a slideshow so you don't buy. Get in before 10 and you'll double up. Rachel Gates Smith says the stock market is a device for transferring money from the inpatient to the patient. And doctor, we are ready. I have a Doge dog. That's right. Once GME moons, what's up, Beazelic? You can buy a birth certificate and run for president. Oh man. Let's see. Can you analyze GE? Yeah, I'll give you a GE. We just passed 500 likes, I think, which means it's time for a treat for Meatball. Yum yum yum. Do you know when the next hearing is, Ricardo? Yes, I do. It's in the early March. That's already been planned, and you and I are gonna be watching it together, Carlos, on this channel. Man, Meatball must be confused. 1 second Andrew's talking to his computer. The next second, Meatball gets random treats for no apparent reason. Meatball, you understand English though, right? You get it? You understand English? I think he does. I just had meatballs for lunch. Really? Meatball? You going out to lunch with strangers on the internet? Oh man. Storytelling time, says Miguel. Can you share a little bit of how it got started? Maybe how you started, what you started with, and how good are things now? Yeah, when I first started, I was using Robinhood, so big disclaimer. And when I was able to start putting my money into stocks that I actually very much enjoyed, like Amazon, like Costco, like Apple, like PayPal, that gave me a return of over 50% on the year. And that made me really excited. Stock market is crazy. I just fell in love with the idea that money can beget more money, and even someone with almost no financial literacy, people who are starting their journey on the channel, people very much like you, can learn as much as people just like me. The most important part you have to remember is that no one truly understands where the market is going to go. If they did, why would they? Money would be like valueless, right? If people could predict where the market was going, then there would just be no reason to have money at all. Therefore, that's why everyone can make it big on the market. So that's a really good question for where I started off and how I fell in love with the stock market. Oh boy. People asking about GE. Yes, I want to do a GE Afria look real quick. Juan Espinosa said, I found you through Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne Gain represent. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys enjoyed that Brian Jung cameo. And sorry, I hope you enjoyed Bruce Wayne in Brian Jung's live stream yesterday. Your dog gonna get fat. No, he jogs with me every day. He's very healthy. The Real Critical says, hi, Andrew. My name is John. I just subscribed to your channel. Seen you yesterday. I love your vibe and your puppy behind you. Nice sidekick, Meatball. I'm the sidekick. I think it was nice sidekick, comma, Meatball. Keep up the great, awesome vibes. Appreciate it, John. Thank you for joining. I love being able to connect with each and every one of you. And if you keep coming out and talking to me, I'm going to remember your name. And I'll remember the Real Critical is John. Happy Valentine's Day. Buy some blue. Valentine's Day was 2 weeks ago, I think. I'm only watching this for the meatball scenes. Yes, let's do another meatball scene real quick, right before we do a GE analysis. Meatball? Give me a handshake. Give me a shake. Business. Give me a shake. Come on. Yeah, good boy. Yeah. Yes. Okay, that's the meatball scene that we were waiting for. Oh boy. So let's go to GE. Peep's been asking about it. GE is up 5% on the day. We are looking at the minute chart that's giving us a micro view of exactly what's going on here. Let's look at it on the hourly chart. we seem to have a bit of a breakout here, a sideways trading starting a few days ago in February, and then the breakout point was at $11. GE then comes upwards, starts trading sideways at a level of resistance at $12. Doesn't really become a level of resistance because then it starts shooting upwards again. As of right now, it seems like it's the RSI on the bottom is an indicator of how overbought it is. It is currently at 85. So you might assume that this is quite an overbought, overhyped stock. As of right now, I never recommend chasing a runaway train. It seems like GE, unless I read a little bit more news about it, is not a great buy at the moment, but it certainly could be a good hold. Scott says, "You're pretty chill. I like you, my guy." Thank you, Scott. It's Professor Meatball and Student Andrew. Let's show some respect. Respect on my meatballs. Wholesome. Oh, let's see. So, is AMC on Gamma Squeeze? Let's see. The last time we looked at AMC and GME is still hovering right below $50. AMC is hovering right at the 808. Again, that 808 tattooed onto a shirt nowadays because it's that number that I predicted is going to stay there until it breaks through the next level of resistance at 849. Oh, Lucas said, "What do you think about TRIP? Overvalued or good buy?" Yeah, let's look at that. Manu says, "Since Robinhood robbed us poor apes, what DD is out there to confirm WeBull and others won't do the same on the next squeeze? I feel like everyone is just following the trend blindly." That's a great question. One of the things that we do want to focus out on here is that once Robinhood makes a clear and compelling, or perhaps continues to make non-compelling statements about the world of the stock market, is going to become a congressional problem to pass new legislation that makes it difficult for this to happen in the future. But the fact is that this is history in the making, right? No matter what part of Robinhood actually did wrong, and we have a lot to believe that Robinhood did a lot wrong, it ends up being that Robinhood was just a small piece of the puzzle of an entire institutions trying to push down retail investors, trying to ride a wave that has never happened before in their lifetimes. So if you guys are identify as one of those people riding the waves for the very first time, investing, maybe you're the first investor in your family for the very first time, this is the message for you guys. No guarantees. There are no rules. You have to make it clear that we're taking a stand. And the message is being clearly sent to those of you who have been patient and have been diamond hands this entire time. Not to say that any of this is financial advice, but I'm proud of those of you who stayed here. Thank you for the G update, says Calstripe. Let's see. How low do I believe CCIV will drop to? Can you take a look at Ricey? Hearing a lot of talk about it being a huge recovery play. RYCEY. Rolls Royce. We were talking about Rolls Royce yesterday. It's up 5% today. RSI is starting to dip above 70. I would say that similar to the other stonks that appear to have dipped yesterday and now are seeming to recover today, be careful, as the runaway train syndrome can be very costly if you catch it at the wrong time. Didn't the Wayne Gang talk about some other singer's new brokerage? A singer has a new brokerage? Hey, King Kong, I am the new ape from Taiwan joining you, holding AMC strong at 11. Let's make movie Planet of the Andrew. I love this comment. Call me King Kong. And then Planet of the Apes. There's a lot of good references in there. Oh, boy. Hedges will be streaming from a cardboard box and a hoodie if GME squeezes before the next hearing. Oh boy. But they might just be trying to appeal to the younger crowd. How do you do, fellow kids? Oh man. Tim Ford says, I've bought 22 more shares of GME today and another 15 or so of AMC, feeling good. Descartes says, what are your thoughts on IGC? Let's get that IGC rolling in here. India Global Capital. Oh, so it seems like it had a breakout earlier in February at $2.30, rejected at $3.70, tried twice, got rejected twice. Now it's trading sideways at $2.25. Recently it seemed to have a sell-off down to $2, trading sideways, and now a new sell-off. I think it's pretty bearish at the moment. We have the purple line, which is the exponential moving average, and the blue line, which is the 15-day moving average. I would say, as of right now, if there's not a lot of news on it, it's likely not that interesting of a buy. And if you are holding it, it is quite bearish right now. So be cautious. You think yeeting $1,000 into ETH is good for the long run? I can't tell you yes or no, but I can say that ETH has good bones for the kind of crypto technology that it has. And either way, if you wanted to yeet money into Bitcoin or Ethereum, then gotta click that this naughty BlockFi link right above. Michael Bolton has a new brokerage, calls out Robinhood. Michael Bolton, that's an interesting one. I prefer Roose Bolton or Ramsey Bolton. Winter says the only good thing was UAMY going up 70%, but it's so cheap. It didn't, and then he didn't finish the comment. Dominix, what's going on, man? Oh, Dominix, he's in the house. I bought 2 leaps for AMC, $12 expiration, 121.22. Let's go. AMC in the house, represent. AMC dropped 10% in 30 minutes yesterday and then bounced back. Just relax. Yeah, we're doing good. AMC currently still hovering around that 808 number. GameStop still hovering around that $50 number. Yeah, we've already had good progress today. They're still both up 8%. Oh, actually, AMC is only up 4%, but they're still roughly up the same amount. Still feeling good. Hey, Mo Money, what are your thoughts on CCIV? CCIV, yesterday I did a whole video about what my thoughts are. I even clipped it, so you guys can check out the EV video there. It's actually the most recent video on my channel, other than this live stream, is about CCIV. So I would say check out my thoughts there. Generally, CCIV is going to be a good play when the actual cars get sold, and if they keep delaying the amount of cars that get sold, it literally has no revenue. It has no cars. Lucid, I'm talking about, but like the connection between a CCIV and Lucid is where the value play is. So currently, there's no proof of work. And no proof of work means, whoa. High draw 420. Come on, guys. There's 900 plus people here. Let's hit that like button. Let's get the stream out to everyone. Scott says, I'm listening. Beeslick says, Dominix, you've been lurking? Dominix, where you been? He says, haha. Motley Fool did a hit piece this morning on AMC. Thank you, Hector, for the water. Hector for the water. Amazing roommate. Wakes up in the morning, gets me water. Oh, man. He's a cool guy. Motley Fool showed their colors during the GME squeeze. Yeah, people are really starting to lose their faith in Motley Fool. Manu says, if anyone wants to get in before Friday's lawsuit comes in, HCMC is in a major dip. Fire sale for shares. $. I'm diamond handing more than GME, setting up future funds for my kids' kids. Yes, HCMC has a big following behind it, and that's something that, like Manu said, could be disrupted tomorrow before a big fire sale. Hey, you can check out JFU Stonks. I think I'm missing out on TRIP first. Let me do TRIP. TripAdvisor. Oh, I like that nice, solid, in the micro sense, the exponential moving average is really trying to make its way upwards onto the moving average here. Let's see, we have big bullish momentum here. Too much oversold. The quickly corrected. So let's look a little bit further back on the 19th. It had a breakout point of $40. Became quickly overbought. You're right. I do say the wrong thing. I'm sorry. I became quickly overbought and course corrected, rejected at $45. Saw it pick up another second wind. Broke out at $44.58, and now it's all the way up at $49, up 7% today. TripAdvisor seems like it's noteworthy right now. Is there a reason why it is up, even though people can't go on trips right now? Like it's one of those unexplained phenomenon of the world. TripAdvisor is maintained at buy. TripAdvisor targets raised for an outlook. I think TripAdvisor might just the best beaches for 2021 revealed. I would say TripAdvisor is possibly picking up some of the correlated steam that AMC and the other movie theaters are, because they're just ramping up for when the pandemic is over. They can actually just get all of the beach vacations out of the way. So as of right now, I don't think there's any actual newsworthy reason that TripAdvisor would be this inflated today. I don't want to say that this is like not a correct valuation. However, do be careful because it is being overbought. The RSI, blocking it with my stupid face, but the RSI is pretty far above 70 right now. Beeslick says, I've been tightening up my wounds for the last 2 days. Wounds as in stonks, right? Not like actual wounds. Hit that button. There's close to 1,000 viewers, but there's only half of that is thumbs up. Let's get going. Let's grab that. Smash that like button. Show us the dog. Okay. Meatball. They're looking for you. Look at me. You tired? Oh. Got a little blip. Meatball. Tell us about when you got your doctorate from the University of Cornell. He's like, who am I looking at? I don't see any people. Oh man, we need to have like a reverse live stream where everyone else's live cameras are on, and then Meatball can see all of you. Aren't you all so glad we're not doing this as in the 90s when we have to look at newspapers? Yeah, wouldn't that be crazy? You can see the real-time stocks go up and down instead of having to like actually be like, where is the newspaper? I need to go look at my stonks. Oh man. Meatball is contemplating deeply. Yes, you should get 2 interns and start all-day stream. That would be an interesting play. That would be an interesting play for sure. I did 2 streams yesterday, mainly because yesterday I had a bit of a connectivity issue, so that's why I wanted to stream twice. However, in my opinion, I have no idea how much to stream because I don't want you guys to get tired of this face. But at the same time, I have a large amount of love for being on this stream. So that's why it's just a labor of passion. We got McClay Emmanuel says, hello, do you think the stock market will crash if the squeeze happens and goes beyond 1,000 on GME? If it does go beyond 1,000 on GME, it's kind of like drastic measures will have to be taken. And if you think the drastic measures are going to be good for the market, they are not. Hedge funds probably have a nuclear option in their belt. So whether or not the market will crash is defined by what you mean by crashing. If you think a 20% haircut is a crash, then yeah. But if you think that it needs to crash like below 50% and actually see like the Great Depression period worth of crash, then that's probably less likely. Meatball has his emoji impression down pat. True. TripAdvisor is called a comeback stock. Google the term, it will be the next push. Oh, we can look at it. Hey, greetings from Germany. Can you check American Airlines AAL? Yeah, I'm thinking about doing a whole shtick on airlines. So we got AAL, we got BOE, this one. Oh, Boeing is BA. What is BOE? BlackRock enhanced. That's not right. Well, let's look at just Boeing and American Airlines right now. They're both up 6%, so they're essentially just riding the wave of I think TripAdvisor just being like, yeah, it's time for it's time for vacations to be planned now that the vaccine is really coming out in force. American Airlines stock, a buy amid forecast for strong industry rebound. Main Street lagging. Why it might be time to buy airline stocks? Okay, let's do a technical analysis about these airlines. So bear with me. We're gonna go back to GME and AMC in a second. If you are curious, AMC still up, but it is down below $2 now, and GME is still hovering around 8% up. This is a time to be alive currently. So let us draw this horizontal line here. $20 there. $21. Seems like it was having trouble getting out of this. Okay, $18 the other day. Big crash. Okay, this is just 30-minute view. We got even lower prices, $13 all the way down here. And I think we're good for now. It's trading sideways here. $16. Okay, so that's American Airlines. Now Boeing. TripAdvisor. TripAdvisor is up 8%. That's as much as GME. Very exciting to be alive. 207. 200 flat. And then 191. When's the last time it was this high? Probably like a few months ago. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So Boeing really just fell. Try to get up a little bit here as I see a green candle. 292. And then American Airlines up at back in, oh, this is only back in like a few days ago, actually, the 21st of 2019. I went too far. 228 is the price. Actually, wait. Let's do 244. Okay, so I'm ready with this, and then I'm ready with some stonks news. I'm gonna put my face over here. There we go. And then let's go. So I have a little airplane here. Okay, so this is the video. It's gonna go like whoa, Meatball, did you see that? It was a dragon flying, and it makes me want to go on vacation. Well, it actually might be the best time to invest in these airline stocks as well as TripAdvisor. They are up a certain amount, and it will surprise you to know that some of these analysts might agree with you. Hello, my name is Andrew. This is Professor Meatball, and we are going to talk to you guys about a long-requested stocks that you guys have been talking about, which are airline stocks. I have a couple of technical analyses set up here for Boeing, for American Airlines, and surprisingly enough, for TripAdvisor, we have a bit of an upwards trend that we want to be able to look at in terms of 8.5% up today on the day. We also want to be able to look into some news, including why other analysts also appear to think, Adam Shapiro here is asking why it might be time to buy airline stocks. Before we get started, I do appreciate all of you hitting that like button early, hitting that subscribe button so that we can defeat the YouTube algorithm and get this channel up to 20,000 subs. All of the support I do appreciate, and now let's get going right away. One of the first things that I wanted to do was get into a technical analysis. So what I've drawn here are levels of technical support and resistance. That's just prices that the stock has either been supported by, which means they bounced off of, or they have been rejected by, which means they have tried to surpass, but then they could not historically. We have noticed in the past that when we do these kinds of analyses that these prices end up being mental or physical barriers for the price to cross in the future, whereas future resistances could have been past supports and vice versa. That's why it's important to be able to note when these lines interact with our future charts. Right now, let's look at the macro chart. It's on the daily level. American Airlines is going up and down. It has a high of about $22 back in the beginning of June, but it has only been on a downward spiral since because, once again, people cannot fly. It's the middle of a pandemic. But, however, it did get to a pretty solid level at 1850. This is just in the middle of December. And then we saw some pretty significant red candles on the way down. Now, one of the most important things that we want to note is that we also want to look at the micro level. And what we notice here is that $22 is a brand new high, breaking through two different levels of resistances earlier on. And one of the things that we want to be able to note, let's take off auto, is that the risk to reward is pretty high. We can see that there is a lot more that the American Airlines can get to, and we just need to pay attention to the bullish and bearish momentum. The same thing to go with Boeing. Now, Boeing has a story that, if we see it from the daily view, that it has a solid benchmark of $244 to try and meet because this was a value that it was able to get in the middle of December. So in terms of risk and reward, Boeing has actually $20 more of reward to get to on this upwards breakout, but it could also break down into the worst performance it had in the last couple of months, which was back in the 29th of January. Remember this number. It is becoming obvious that it has the ability to drop down $30 or rise $20, and if that risk reward ratio seems good to you as it does to me, then it also might be a stock to check out. However, I do want to cover the news and understand exactly why others might think it's time to buy airline stocks, especially since no one can fly still. Some Wall Street analysts say it's time to add airlines to your portfolio now that it appears that they've weathered the worst of the coronavirus pandemic. It's a matter of letting your vaccine distribution play out, American Airlines Chief Revenue Officer Vasu Raja told Yahoo Finance Live. Demand is currently at between 40 to 45% of 2019 levels. Our revenues trail about 30%, but every day is a little better. American Airlines stock is up 30% year to date and up 67% over the past 6 months. At Delta, shares are up 20% year to date and 75% over the past 6 months. United is up 15% and 51% for the same time periods, while Southwest is up 22 and 61%. Raja said that American Airlines sees the recovery building in real time with increased bookings to leisure destinations, but he cautions that there is still a long way to go. Almost every day we see searches for airplane tickets grow. The challenge is that we don't see conversions, which are ticket purchases, growing at nearly the same rates. And so we do sense pent-up demand that's out there. Wall Street sees it too. Analysts at Deutsche Bank recently raised their price targets and ratings from hold to buy on all of the major carriers, as well as Alaska Air, JetBlue, Hawaiian, Spirit, and SkyWest. We have observed numerous instances of pent-up demand for air travel, particularly around peak periods and peak travel days, underscoring our view that consumers want to travel. And I traveled all over the place. In fact, I traveled so much that I basically took off like 2 or 3 months of vacation in 2019. And composite with 2018 and 2020, and 2019. But in 2020, I barely got to travel at all. And in 2021, well, you guys know the rest. We want to travel. We want to be able to build our 20s and 30s with memories of us going to beautiful destinations and places that we can get us culturally rich in our lives. Cohen airline analyst Helene Becker told her clients in a recent note, "We thought by now we would regularly be seeing 1 million to 1.2 million people traveling every day, and are disappointed to seeing only 900K to 1.1 million. But Becker expects the trend to pick up heading toward Easter. We are focused on Memorial Day weekend, the unofficial start to summer, and we are estimating we will be seeing between 1.1 million and 1.4 million people traveling every day. And especially as the vaccines ramp up, people will feel a lot safer with sitting next to someone who is essentially someone who is definitely not 6 feet away. You stay 6 feet apart during the entire airport process, and then you just sit down for hours at a time next to someone who is not 6 feet away from you." Sith said that the airlines are now plotting ways to capture market share as the recovery builds. This includes deals like the code-share agreement American Airlines announced last week to JetBlue. It will add more than 30 destinations to American's schedule while allowing the airline to control expenses. Raja explained that historically, American operated 16 trips daily between New York City and Chicago. Unsurprisingly, there's not enough demand. But the deal with JetBlue gives customers more destinations via connections within the partner airline service hubs. By having those partnerships, we can combine the best things that American Airlines does, which is flying long haul to mid-continental markets like Indianapolis, with some of the great things that JetBlue, for example, does, which is flying leisure destinations and things like that. Controlling expenses remains a life-saving strategy for all of the airlines. American reduced its daily average cash burn to $30 million last quarter. We do believe several carriers can get to cash break even sometime in 2021, but most are at least a year away from sustainable profitability, although we wouldn't be surprised if some manage to produce a profit during one of the seasonally stronger quarters, Deutsche Bank told its clients. Raja wouldn't predict when American would return to profitability, but we can't control when demand comes back. We can only make the airline as flexible and resilient as possible, and that's what we've done. There's also some interesting news about whether or not American Airlines stock is a buy amid forecast for a strong industry rebound. Let's just look at this briefly. It seems like the coronavirus pandemic decimated air travel in 2020, but there are American Airline fundamental analysis from investors.com. We see that the IBD stock checkup tool shows that over the last 3 years, American Airlines earnings per share were flat on a regular basis, with revenue falling at an average of 9%. Right? So then global travel demand collapsed during the coronavirus crisis. American and other carriers slashed flight schedules just to a fraction of pre-pandemic levels. Before the sharp decline in travel amid COVID-19, Fort Worth, Texas-based American Air and its regional carrier American Eagle operated 700 flights to nearly 350 destinations in 50 countries. Its fourth quarter report in January, it had reported a loss of $3.86 a share, with revenue tumbling to $4.03 billion, and both beat Wall Street estimates. So daily cash burn fell to $30 million in Q4 from $44 million to Q3 and $58 million in Q2. So they are getting better at losing less cash. The company expects Q1 daily cash burn of $25 million to $30 million and sees Q1 revenue down 60 to 65% versus a year earlier, with a system capacity off 45%. So when they were caught with their pants around their ankles, they were burning a lot of cash and flying a lot of planes with nobody on them. Now they're finally understanding how to deal with the global pandemic. In terms of the industry overall, coronavirus vaccines started to ship in December, but widespread availability isn't expected until the spring or summer, which is coming around very soon, in which case you'll be able to get your AMC bucket popcorn and hop on a flight with safe cleaning precautions, of course. Moody's Investors Service reiterated a negative outlook on the global airline sector, citing suppressed demand due to rising infection rates and large operating losses that will likely continue to 2022. The International Air Transport Association expects the air travel sector to lose $100 billion in 2020, far worse than its June forecast of only $84 billion. Losses are expected to total $38 billion in 2021, more than double the prior view for the loss of $15 billion. However, it is more optimistic. in terms of the technical analysis before this week's rally, AAL stock was at the target of a Reddit short squeeze in late January and early February as a group of popular message board site looked to take on hedge funds. Before the short squeeze rally, AAL stock consolidated around 50-day line with 18.73 entry point according to MarketSmith chart analysis. Shares cleared that entry intraday January 28th and shot through the chase zone. The 28th is our day of reckoning. It's also a day right before I bought in at 250 plus GME. Diamond hands all the way. The base technically failed, but the stock still rebounded as the entire airline industry rose, dragging the stock higher. So can slim fundamentals suggest 20 to 25% profit-taking rule, meaning investors should sell a stock if it goes more than 20% from its purchase price? Still, AAL has a very poor IBD composite rating of just 29 out of 99, and which combines 5 other IBD stock ratings as well as a 7 EPS rating. Shares have an accumulation distribution rating of A-, indicating institutional investors are buying American Airlines stock. That's despite high-profile investors like Warren Buffett selling off his stake in airline stocks recently, soon after loading up on them as air travel collapsed. There's a lot to cover in terms of airline stocks. So is it finally a buy? Well, this is not financial advice, but according to this analyst, shares have surged recently and are headed towards profit-taking range. But AAL stock is still below pre-pandemic levels. The relative strength line for American has spiked, but the 50-day line is trending upward. But AAL stock is not in a buy zone now and still faces longer-term headwinds. Even after the pandemic eases, the travel sector isn't expected to rebound quickly as different markets come back sooner than others, with jurisdictions playing different restrictions on the industry. Bottom line, American Airlines stock isn't a buy right now. American Airlines suffers from weak technicals and fundamentals. Investors that currently have American Airlines should pay attention to when the stock hits profit-taking range. So what do you guys think? We have covered American Airlines and its 6% rise. Along with Boeing, it's been pretty much neck and neck. TripAdvisor is nearly up 10% as we spoke. And I wanted to know exactly what you guys think. Drop it in the comment down below. Make sure to slam that like button and that subscribe button so that we can continue learning together no matter what part of the investment journey you are on. And for now, but not for forever, hope you guys have a nice day. Peace. Okay, so that's American Airlines. Meatball needs a treat, says Noah. Thank you for the treat. There you go, Meatball. Chomp, 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 chomp. Ooba-dooba-doo. I missed out a couple of your live chats. Mid-video, I also missed a super from Brooklyn Buddha. Forget Doge, Meatball coin to the moon. Another treat for you, Meatball. Good boy. Okay. People be talking. Time to eat Meatball. Dominic's also did a super. And I think we just passed 600 likes at some point. My like counter is not super accurate, but I can see the first figure, so that's a Meatball's treat there again. Andrew Mo Money, according to a dog behavior book I read, when they lick at their nose at you, they're saying, "I'm stressed, but okay." If you do it back to them, you acknowledge it to them. Can I lick my nose? Pretty hard, not gonna lie. How old is Meatball? He's becoming a middle-aged man at around 7 to 8 years old. What hair product do you use? It seems so soft yet manageable. Thank you. I use Uno Matte. Uno is the brand name, and MATTE is the specific product. It's the only one that works. I found it in Japan. It's really nice. Someone is sending a Korean message. It's held for review. Does it swear in Korean? I'm not going to show it just in case it is swearing. This is better than most financial streams. Just a cute nerd girl. Just get a cute nerd girl. Okay, gotcha, Adam. Let's see. Hit him up. I'm buying more AMC this dip. Hit up Brian Jung. I did. I already messaged him on Insta. Let's see what he says. Oh, boy. Trenton Sanderson, I'm 17. What input would you give me to understand what stock I should buy? Oh, buy. Okay. Here's the two brains of thought when you are 17. You could put your life savings in all of the stocks, right? Obviously not financial advice, but you could put all your life savings and it wouldn't be a lot of money. So therefore, you should do YOLOs just to learn as much as you possibly can. That's what I would do if I was 17. In that sense, all of these stocks that I cover on a day-to-day basis and the clips that I come out with are great places to start learning as much as you can. So I would say, one, subscribe to this channel, start learning from the clips on this channel, wake up with me on these live streams and just build your knowledge out that way. We're still looking at Boeing. Let's look at AMC instead. Lost a couple people on the Boeing and airlines chat, but that's okay. We're not quite done with AMC and GME. AMC seems to have petered out back down to less than 1% up on the day. GME seems to still be holding steady, although not as high as the 10% up that it was before. That's okay. I think we just scared it a little bit. It had to perform. We didn't mean to. I'm sorry. We were cheering you on. We didn't mean to scare you. Palantir had strong potential. Just partnered with 3M. I do agree. Palantir is strong. Why do all YouTubers say this is not financial advice? Because it's not. There you go. Which app site is that? This is WeBull. This is a message from 20 minutes ago. Excuse me. I'm going to try to catch up. About AMC. D. Can you check out Hive? Sorry to repeat. It's okay. I don't think I have time for Hive, but I will be talking tomorrow. Love when Andrew shoots promos in the middle of a live stream. Cool commercial. Let's see. Please explain 250 free BTC with blockchain. Thanks. Yeah, you click the link and then you get the BTC once you have a certain amount of money in your portfolio. I think that's pretty fair because it doesn't cost anything to use the service. You just are moving your money to a place that is secure that gives you 8% interest. Like, why wouldn't you want to? It's a bank for free that's giving you money to put money in the bank. That's how banks have been doing it for a long time. It's not a bank though. It is not a FDIC insured, so this is important to remember. It's not an actual bank. Can you discuss how it's mathematically calculated that it's impossible for the shorts to cover? Yep, I covered that in a previous video, so I think that would be repeating a lot of stuff. The Motley Fool just ran another hit piece against AMC saying don't buy the stock no matter what. God dang it. If AMC drops below 7, I'm gonna get naked. Okay. No advice, but thoughts are that AMC is undervalued right now. It's long-term position IMO. With things reopening, it should nice recovery. That is fair. Hey Andrew, do a bit for UMC Semiconductors. I will think about it because when I did airplanes, people started falling off because people wanted to hear about AMC instead. 100%. If Manu says if you make a meatball coin, I'm all in for sure. Yeah, I would buy the heck out of a meatball coin. Can't decide if I like you or Bruce better, so I'm gonna pick meatball instead. Good choice. AMC is dropping. Why? AMC is dropping. Why? AMC is dropping mostly because there is no actual value in it yet beyond a rumor. But well, not rumor, but news that it is going to reopen in 2 weeks, right? So this is all value of. It's kind of like giving it value ahead of time, buying it because you think it's going to go up in value in 2 weeks. Some people don't disagree because it doesn't have value yet. That's why if people sell off, a lot of other people will see the price dropping and think, oh, it's my time for me to sell off too. That's why you always buy the dip. Don't sell low. Don't sell low, buy and buy high. Make sure to buy low and sell high. That 17-year-old should YOLO with weed stocks, HCMC and green energy stocks, says Manu. And if he's smart, he should get a head start with AMC, get loaded, but also learn OTC penny stocks, young money. Those are really good advice, but of course, none of that was financial advice. That was just general opinions. I think the world would be better without Carnival Cruise Lines. My parents did bring us on a lot of vacations with Carnival Cruise Lines. Taha says, did you see the data science guy that predicted with an AI program the potential price share of GME when the HF who shorted had to cover? Can you share opinion on it too, since you're a data scientist? I believe this was the AI that said a GME was going up to 30,000. Is that right? Taha says, give me about some treats. Personally, I think that is pretty silly. Like an AI that has to understand like the possibility of an infinite squeeze and then put that into like whatever model that they use to forecast it. Like there are many models that are not resilient to outliers. I'm assuming that they used one that was resilient to outliers, and it might, like for his sake, hopefully, did like a conservative estimate, and they still said it's worth like 30 grand. That's very high. So I'm not sure about that data scientist, but hopefully he's getting a lot of clout now and not hate. Data science for the win. Benjamin Shorb, airlines are also part of the comeback stocks. It's the term referred to industries that are going to come back now that COVID is over. I think cruise lines will also be a good play. Look at Carnival. Just talking about Carnival a second ago. We're almost past 12,000 subscribers, guys. Let's get that going. Let's make sure that all of you in the live stream right now have subscribed. Make sure that you guys are coming back every day to understand a little bit more about the stock market, because that's what we're here for. That's what we're here to learn. And my tenacity, my endurance increases with each live stream until one day I will live stream all day, probably for another hearing, honestly. Meatball's gonna get fat if you get more popular, says Sky. Let's see. Hey again, new sub here. Thoughts on Zomedica, Professor Meatball? Professor Meatball, what do you think about Zomedica? They're asking you. Go, answer the question. Lick, lick. Move, shift, shift, shimmy, shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy. Oh well. If Meatball's not going to answer, I'll answer a question about Zomedica. Oh boy. So Zomedica had a pretty intense breakout yesterday at from $1.90, it's $1.89 to $2.11. So it's up 10% on the day. It seems like it's probably going to be another biotech or pharma company. Zomedica still looks promising after a public offering hiccup. Okay, so it just became public like a few days ago, maybe. I would say that Zomedica is pretty hard to say. It would be incorrect to say that it's not picking up bullish momentum, right? We see the 200-day exponential graph. However, if it just got IPO'd, the 200-day exponential moving average is not actually going to tell us that much. I don't have enough visibility on this stock as of right now, so that's why we're going to go back to AMC. Oh no, AMC is holding tight. Come on, let's get going. Let's rally. AMC, but GME, GME and AMC to the moon. Let's get going. Will I be covering the FINRA short interest data today? I certainly will. Let's see when they should be coming out. They should be coming out later today at, last time they came out was like 3 market close, right? If you guys are curious about that, on FINRA, AMC is currently sitting at 15% short interest. GME is also at 78% short interest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign off for now, and then I'm going to see all of you back here. I'm probably going to start live streaming right around when market closes or something similar. And then we're going to just pick up our boots and wait for the FINRA report to come out. All right. So for now, I hope you guys continue to have an excellent day. Keep your eyes on this GameStop AMC, but I am going to go grab some breakfast. I'm going to go and refuel, rehydrate, because for now, but not forever, I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.